Yeah.
You're a dick.
He knows.
What's up, baby? Welcome back to another episode of Rated G with Gary G, Garcia and Brian T, Licata. We're doing it again. And we got my best friend with me today, man, Mark the Rat. And he's with us again, man. Got some shit to talk about.
Important news. Yeah. Updates, right?
Updates, man. Let's start with the first update real quick, man. Our homegirl, what's her name again?
Carly Russell.
Carly Russell.
Yeah.
It's an update on Carly Russell. They're gonna press charges.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. They're gonna press charges on her. It came out that she was lying, which we all surprise. And but what's crazy is they're only hitting her with misdemeanor charges. How come they were able to hit what's his name? Juicy Smolier. How come they were able to hit him with heavier charges?
I wonder if it's because he involved those other people in it, and claiming it was a hate crime. Maybe that had something to do with it.
Well, they're looking at more charges for her because the federal government got involved, and they're also
which is interesting. Why do the feds get involved so fast?
Kidnapping, dog.
Yeah, missing child.
Is it?
Kidnapping's feds.
Kidnapping's federal. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they come in quick with that. I notice you got a little addition.
Oh,
2 additions. You got your little alien head.
Yeah, I can't see, man.
Get your reading glasses on, Mark. and your rated G in the back. I like that, man. I like that.
Thank you. Yeah, thank
it's
you.
Looking good. I was getting tired of seeing the white wall in the back, man.
No, I think that looks nice. I like that.
Mark, how you enjoying your week off, man? We chilled on Monday. How you enjoying the rest of the week so far?
I mean, I kind of vegged out last couple of days, fucking hot out, yo. I like the heat though. I don't mind.
Dude, I'm so tired of hearing people talk about the heat right now. First of all, this is far from the hottest summer we've ever had.
No, I know. I don't.
We haven't even had a heat wave.
Right.
And yet every time you go on the news, they're talking about the heat.
Yeah.
That's all they ever talk about in the summertime, dude.
Yo,
dude,
you know
it's insane.
The guy from Con-Ed came on the TV and told me my air condition needs to be at 78 degrees because that should be comfortable enough. Oh, really, motherfucker?
Yeah.
78, bro?
78. He said that should be sufficient to cool you down. Yo, got mine on 69.
If you're not moving inside.
You're right.
We just sit there breathing through one nostril. Yours is at 69, you said?
Always.
When I was in Florida, I kept mine at 68 or 69 at night, and then during the day I kept it at like 72 or 73. But when you live in Florida, 72 it feels like a 68 or 69 up in New Jersey, because it's so fucking hot,
I got mine at 75. It's fucking freezing in here.
75, dude.
There's no way. I got it at 75. There's no way this is 75.
Oh, yeah, of course not. No,
my nipples are hard. It's not. There's no way. I'm freezing. And I'm directly it's blowing right on me right now. I'm almost ready to turn it off, but I'm not.
You have the stupidest heating system in the world.
Yeah.
Geniuses.
If anybody hasn't been to Gary's place,
I can show it to you. Look, there's my heating system up on the top, up on the freaking ceiling, because heat drops. It doesn't go up. You know what I'm saying? I got to keep that shit pumping so that it fills my house up with heat. And then the minute I turn it off, it just rises and I'm freezing again. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I don't get it. Oh, you got your alien shirt on too. This dude came ready. But getting back to this whole thing though, this goes back to what we were talking about. I think the reason why they're going so hard on this shit is they're trying, they've been trying to scare people with the climate for a long time, and I go on the news every time I go on the news or I turn on the radio, which I don't do much, but when I do, when I hear the news, they're all talking about it's hot, it's this, it's that. Yeah. Cliffy, welcome back, baby. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Good afternoon to you, Cliffy. Glad you're with us, man. So it's like we haven't even had a heat wave yet. Everyone's talking about how hot it is. And I'm like, you do know it's been hotter. What's a heat wave? Is it 95 or more for 4 days or 3 days?
3 days. Yeah, I think.
But I think it's higher than 95. Could be 95.
Yeah, there isn't actually a definition.
There's no definition.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's here you go. It's not like an actual temperature definition because it depends on where you are, you know.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
So the IPCC, which Intergovernment Panel on Climate Change.
Oh,
that looks like a company we got to check into, people. The IPCC, the weather controlling motherfuckers.
yeah, they call it climate's been changing forever.
Well, what are they calling it now? They're calling it
it's so hot. Well, you know what your other option is, right? The other option is it's going to be so cold.
Right.
That's going to be your other option.
Which we'd rather have hot than cold. So the IPCC defines heat wave as a period of abnormally hot weather, often defined with a reference to relative temperature threshold lasting from 2 days to months. Yeah, okay, so you're right, 2 days. So it's really like when it's over that.
2 days.
Yeah, when it's over that.
When it goes to the third day, it's officially a heat wave.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and not for nothing, I think every other summer, except for this one so far, had a bunch of heat waves. And I was talking to Mark the other day. Now, when you drive on the Garden State, they have those flashing signs that tell you to slow down, and they tell you what's going on. Now they say air quality low. We recommend you stay indoors. All over the place. Air quality, and that's another thing now. The fact that air quality is popping up on your phone, the fact that all you hear is people talking about that shit, they're trying to get us on that. There's always been bad air quality, people.
They do that in China all the time, bro.
Yeah, I mean, look, quality goes up and down, man.
Lockdown cities all the time in China for air quality. Really? Yeah, hell yeah, all the time. Yeah.
Well, that's the big question too. Like they say, like all these people fighting for climate change, they don't go to China with that shit. Mm-hmm. China releases the most emissions out of every country. Supposedly, it emits more than all the countries combined. Supposedly, I think I heard that the other day. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I heard that the other day. That China emits more emissions than all other countries combined.
Yeah, so when people were complaining about Trump like pulling us out of the Paris Accords, which are like the climate climate things, it's like, dude, we can do as much as we want, and they're just pumping shit out into the planet, dog.
Yeah, you got to cut back on everything. Yeah.
Dude, I saw this thing the other day. I got a fucking gnat flying around my screen, annoying the shit out of me. Supposedly. We've only affected the Earth by less than 1%. I think it's 1% cooler. You know what I'm saying? Than it's ever been.
Oh, dude, that is also the biggest lie out there. That the warming temperature also is necessarily bad for us as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, when the dinosaurs, if they were around. Allegedly when they existed, right? Because I actually learned on this show that I believe every bone and every skeleton that we see from a dinosaur in like a museum or anything like that is a cast. They're not real. They're cast. I think you told me that, didn't you, Eugene?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
I did not know that, dude.
Well, they got the real bones downstairs in the basement.
So they say. Have you ever seen them?
I've seen them, dude. I've seen them as a kid.
I think dinosaurs existed, by the way, before everyone starts bugging out on me.
Yeah, same.
I think there was a time that there were dinosaurs. I don't, however, think we were cavemen. Like in the sense of and couldn't talk and didn't have like some sort of knowledge.
We always were able to talk?
Communicate? Yeah. We were able to communicate. I think.
But anyway,
the first two people were able to communicate.
Back to the dinosaurs, right? And the global warming. When they were on the planet, the landscape of the Earth was completely different. Like the stuff that's desert now was not desert; it was rainforest. It was hotter. Globally, it was like 4 or 5 degrees hotter everywhere than it is here. And if it was 5 degrees hotter, like average, like we would have every like shoreline would be thousands of miles inland because the water, like there'd be that much more water.
I don't agree with that.
But dude, it's
Yeah. The
It's a fucking fact, dog.
Yeah.
Really?
The sea levels, dude, they go up and
Show me the receipts.
up and down over time.
Oh,
right?
that yes, no doubt. But to say it's gonna be thousands of miles, says you.
I mean, okay, say it's 100.
So
it's 100.
So the beaches would be a little more inland.
And that's what I'm saying. What big a deal is that, people? Huh?
It's not.
Huh? You're worrying about the coral reefs burning up down here in this area? Well, maybe the coral will just go a little further north to cooler water. You ever thought of that? Huh?
Dude,
Huh? Maybe it's time for the coral to be fucking done, dog. Fuck the Great Barrier Reef.
That chick, Greta, what's her name? Greta
Thunberg.
Gotta be careful when you talk about her, yo. That's their little baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That chick is like what, 13 or some shit, and she's running around the world trying to save the planet.
20. She looks
20.
like she's been diddled. Honestly, she looks like she was made in a fucking lab, bro.
That's what she looks like. She looks like she was made in the Disney lab. Did you hear about that? I saw the shit the other day where they said Disney had their own labs and that they're creating their stars from scratch. Bam, a little of this, a little of that. And they're creating their stars from scratch. Cliffy Icon says, those Canadian wildfires had Queens looking like Mars. My hands had an allergic reaction from it. Not good. What did they do? Did they get like swollen, burnt or some shit? Because he's in the wheelchair, so I know he has to move him. Were you able to get around?
Have you seen this, dude?
What's this?
If you have kids at home, this next segment is for you. This Friday, the newest batch of Disney Channel stars grown in the Disney Genetic Engineering Lab will be unveiled to the public.
Right. Now, Tracy, most of our viewers are already familiar with a lot of the products that have come out of the Disney Lab. Yes. But how exactly do you create a Hillary Duff?
Now, this is all like just overdubbed, right?
From scratch.
Right.
Well,
It's
we're going
just
to
a
find
satire.
out exactly how it's
Yeah.
done right now, because joining us live from the Disney Lab is one of their lead geneticists, Dr. Andrew Rourke. Welcome, Dr. Rourke. There's quite an operation you've got going on out there.
Thanks, Jim.
So the stars that we see on TV are actually grown right here?
That's correct. They're grown and developed here. We engineer their brains for advanced singing and dancing capabilities, even posing for photos. By the time they grow to desired size, these child stars are fully ready for the camera or the concert tours or whatever Disney chooses to put them in.
That is simply amazing. Now, how long does it take to
act? And that shit. Yeah, that shit was going around. A lot of people thought that was real.
Yeah,
I only knew it was real because they wouldn't come out just like that and say it. You know what I'm saying? I started watching that movie. They cloned Tyrone.
Oh,
yeah, that was
It's actually a pretty good movie.
really?
I haven't watched the ending. I got like 40 minutes left, but it's actually a good movie. What's his name? Jim. What's his name? Who?
Jamie Foxx?
Yeah, Jamie Foxx. He plays a pimp in it. He's funny in it, actually, man. Yeah, he's funny in it. He's funny. It's a good movie. It's pretty bugged, but I will say this: they go downstairs into this lab, right? And the main character is the first face you see on the bottom.
This one? Yeah.
Yeah. They go into the lab, and that dude finds his clone, but there's a bunch of them. You understand what I'm saying? They got a whole bunch of them at his age. A whole bunch of them. I'm telling you, man, if that cloning shit's real, they can clone you at your age. Like if they want to clone me and pull me out of here and put me back in here, they're not going to put me back in here at 18 years old. They're going to put me back in here at this age. And supposedly they have a lot of clones for each person. That's why
they definitely wouldn't want you at 18, dog.
With Hillary, With Hillary, you know, supposedly they had a bunch of different clones that broke down when she was getting into the car and it collapsed. It broke down when she did that thing. They were having.
Dude, how about Mitch McConnell?
Oh, yeah.
Did you watch that, G?
No. What about Mitch McConnell?
Bro.
Yeah, bro. You got to pull that. I was going to bring that up too, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, people need to know when it's time to go home and stop working. You don't need to.
Yeah, right? Stop working.
Yeah. I mean, if what happened to him happened to me at my job would be like, yo, listen, you're a liability, man.
Well,
Yeah, you gotta go.
This and the stuff that you're talking about is, I mean, it's really the reason that we see like we.
Mark, do you believe that we have the capability to clone?
Not fully yet.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
Mark, they've done it with sheeps. They've done it with monkeys. They've done it with
Monkeys.
a lot of.
We went down the
animals,
list on the
dog.
last episode of how many animals, and then the bottom one was monkeys. And I personally feel once they hit monkey stage, then they're doing people.
So, well, I'm just going by what you're saying. As someone that could exactly replace you, like right now, with your memories, and like if they replaced you there on the mic, I wouldn't know. You know what I mean?
Well,
that kind of clone.
I mean, the thing is,
I don't think that kind of clone. I think, yeah.
No, I mean, the people who are close to people say that's not him because they're able to pick up.
Yeah,
and the looks are all a little different. Like right now, you can't lie. All these people who they say clone, they show you pictures, and they look a little different.
Yeah,
it's just that could be anything.
Yeah, it could be anything, man. I don't
lose weight. You know what I'm saying? Like that's hard to say.
And just like shit, like fuckery that you can do with the shit. You know.
Yeah, let's see the Mitch thing, man. What you got for me?
I don't.
And then I have a couple things that I need to go into with this.
Mitch had a heat stroke. Let's see. Let's see what happened with Mitch.
After finishing the NDA this week, been good bipartisan cooperation. And
first of all, he could barely talk.
Yeah. Does not compute. Yo. I am a reptile.
Yo, that reptile needs a new body. That's what it needs, a new body.
It's just an old reptile in there, man. It's time to go.
Do you want to say anything else to first?
Oh shit. Clippy said he had a heat stroke. That ain't a heat stroke, Poppy.
Oh, they said that's a stroke.
No, it's not a heat stroke. They're indoors. You know what? I'll tell you this: that their air conditioners ain't set to 78.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're all comfortable in there, man.
I mean, yeah, they got suits on all the time.
You know who else did that? Who's the weather reporter? That heavyset black dude that he got skinny.
Oh,
What's his name? What's his name?
Al Roker.
Al Roker. Yeah, yo, dude, they got a thing with him on Channel 4 where he's like, they're talking. He's like, just looking off to the side.
I think I've seen that actually. Yeah. I think I've seen that.
Yeah, there's a lot of those things, man.
But there is
I say if they're doing movies about it, dude, it's because it's being done. Like this movie, they're in the hood, and they got like in this church, underneath the church, they got like this whole lab and shit, and they're putting like mind control stuff in the chicken, in the liquor, in the hair products. You know. Yeah, it's crazy, dog. It makes you not want to get nothing.
Yo, so
it makes you not want to buy shit.
When I was yeah, I mean, dude, I feel that way, dude. A lot of the times, bro. Like you look at like the products, and you see like where the shit is fucking made, and then you have food in your pantry is made at the same place as your shampoo, that is made at the same place as your fucking bleach. It's all coming from the same same manufacturer.
It's all made from Monsanto, who started with poison.
Well, started with the atom bomb,
Oh, well.
That's where a lot of the pesticides come from. A lot of the stuff we use now comes directly from the research that they did with the atom bomb. But so I was making the thumbnail yesterday for the show, and I was using this picture to put in it. And then I was like kind of looking at it, and then I saw this little like note thing here, and I just thought it was kind of cool that this like came out. It was like the dude's. This isn't the best, but it was just talking points, and the other image I had, you could like read what it was saying on there, like the talking points that he had. It's just like little like line dots. Let me see if I can get a better image of it.
Yeah. No, I think. Well, I don't know. Why would they? Who's Mitch McConnell anyway in the government? What's his role?
Dude, he's the head of the Senate.
He's the head of the Senate.
Yeah, head of the Senate.
Yeah.
Well, he's not the head of this. He's not the head of the Senate.
Right.
Kamala Harris is the head of the Senate, but he's the Republican leader.
Kamala Harris.
He got taken over by the other guy.
Kamala Harris, isn't she the worst? The other day, Hillary, your ex, Hillary, Brian, she put out, "Is the weather hot enough for you? Thank a MAGA supporter."
She write that.
Yeah, word up. Dude, Google it.
No, I bet.
Google it. No, she wrote it. She wrote it. It was on her official page. She wrote it.
Right. They don't do that. Yeah. I got you.
You know what I'm saying,
She
dude? Come on.
it. She okayed
She okayed it, dog. Yeah. You know, well, here's the thing. Did Trump put out all his tweets?
Probably. Well, yeah.
So she probably did hers too, man. Look what it says. It says, hot enough for you, thank a MAGA Republican, or better yet, vote them out of office. So it's the MAGA. First of all, MAGA Republican. What's a MAGA Republican? A Republican?
That's a degenerate Republican. I think that's what she said, right?
That's the term that they made. That's the derogatory term that they made for Republicans.
Right.
But is she trying to say that they're the reason why it's hot?
Yeah.
In the summer?
Dude,
now,
the comments are fucking great on it. They're roasting her.
Let's see some of the comments.
They're fucking roasting her, bro. They're bringing fucking receipts, dog.
Let's see the comments.
So like you go on to this and it says lie after lie, climatard, a person that believes the climate can be changed by paying a CO2 tax to the government. Damn.
Yeah, they're hitting us with those congestion. When are they going to start the congestion taxes?
And then this one, here's Alona, history dating back to 1900s forward. And it's just a list of heat waves from like the 15, 16, 17, 1800s.
They don't have anything from the 15, 16, 17, 1800s, man.
It's anecdotal, Gary.
Oh, okay. Well, you got to let me know that. Sometimes I forget. You know. But you got these dummies fucking just like, climate changes, man. You do know there's 4 fucking seasons. It's so hot. The other option is going to be so cold. You know what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up. Stop bitching and moaning, man.
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, Mark, we specifically brought you on today because we were talking about it the other day. Did you get popcorn like you said you was going to get?
I did not.
Did you get
almost
cheese?
Missed it. Well, I just had turned the TV on and it was on, man. So I didn't get the prep. You know what I mean?
And we're talking about the congressional hearing on aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I did not get to check it. I saw a couple of clips.
Potentially one of the most important stories ever. And neither one of you guys watched it.
I bet a bunch of people didn't watch it. Which is
interesting. Which is very interesting.
It is. It's very interesting. Like if this was going on
5 years ago.
5 years ago, if this was going on.
Pre-COVID, dog. If this shit was going on pre-COVID. This was going on pre-COVID, dude. It'd be a completely different story, dude. We're desensitized now. Nobody cares.
I feel like people go, you know, the aliens, okay, I'm worried about the zombies. Or whatever the fuck else. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. It's weird that it's not bigger news. I mean, me personally, I'm not convinced.
Right. No, I got you.
I'm not convinced. I think it was Michael Knowles who said one of his biggest problems is whenever you see pictures or videos or anything like that, they're always grainy.
Right. I agree.
Meanwhile, now, you know, with your phone, you can film a movie.
Yeah.
So it's like, doesn't anyone get good quality shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Like no one.
I agree.
All right, Mark, can you give us the
like what was anything said different? What went on? Give us the rundown, dog. What went on? Anything interesting? Anything that made you go, yes?
So I heard these guys have been out already. You know what I mean? They've talked about it already.
So it's Grush, right? David Grush?
Yeah. Grush, Favor.
Commander David Fravor, yep.
Yeah, and another pilot. He's from the Merge.
No.
No, it starts with you, though.
Moscow? No.
No.
or whatever.
So-
He's another pilot. Yeah, he was a safety
so they
pilot.
Graves.
Graves. Yeah,
Brian
yeah.
Graves. Yep.
He was great on
So
the
the
range.
commander and a lieutenant pilot, a lieutenant, I think commander was another pilot, and that guy Grush was like intelligence officer. You know, like a lieutenant in the Air Force, 20 years. It was his job to interview people to see what was going on. He did that for the last 4 years.
So that was
it
Grush's job. Is he
That was
went
his
around
job.
and interviewed
Yes.
people who saw these things?
Who had
Oh!
yeah, possibly.
That's a
So
cool
that's the whole thing. It's all in court. It's called hearsay, right?
Yeah.
You heard what someone else said. This guy told me that, and
Right.
he told me where these UFOs are, and he, you know what I mean? It's hearsay. So now Congress has to get those people in.
Right.
Now
It's
that's
subpoena.
going to be a very interesting.
Yeah, because
very
I
interesting
saw
event
some
when you
stuff.
get when you get like all these hick people going up there. I'm telling you right now. I was
No,
hanging
bro,
out
he's talking
there.
about interviewing pilots and shit, interviewing
Oh,
other,
all right,
other
not
naval
just-
officers.
scientists,
Yeah,
Not
not just,
people who
government
thought they were
workers.
abducted. I thought it was just gonna be a bunch
No.
of people who say they were abducted.
no, dude, no.
You
He's
know.
talking about like interviewing other, like, you know, you're a fucking, you know, flying a plane.
People who are a
No.
part of the program, have been a part of a recovery programs.
Oh, I thought he just went to like farms to see people who said they
no,
got
he didn't
abducted.
do any of that. His was all like internal in the government.
Oh.
It's not. So somebody.
I want to be the one that does the like be like, yo, Mark, we got a couple that says they were abducted. We got to go out to Texas real quick and interview these people. That'd be a cool
Yeah.
job. You show up, tell us what happened. You know what I'm saying? I saw this big light. You know, that would be a cool job.
Why you tell them? Why didn't you pull your phone out? You know what I mean?
I couldn't move. It had me
Right,
stuck
right.
like in a ray.
Oh, could be.
I was like a deer in the headlights. But I'm just saying, wouldn't that be a cool job? Every time we leave, like every time, let's say all three of us had that job, we all go and we interview people who claim to have seen or been abducted. You know, we're going to be in some of the craziest houses. 'Cause a lot of those people are nuts.
Yeah, probably.
Are
whores.
they? Are they? Or are they nuts
Are
because
they?
they just got probed and sent back down? But we would definitely be leaving a lot of those places. Like when we go to get back in our car, we'd be dying laughing. We'd be snapping on apartments. We'd be like, yo, did you see that chick's kitchen? You know what I'm saying? Of course she got sent back. She probably made a mess in their spaceship. Of course they sent her back. But that's crazy. So like I said, did anything go on?
Dude, you know what's nuts too? I'm doing our like usual test. You know how I like doing the test of the major news media outlets. You know?
Yeah, to see what they're reporting.
Yeah, and there's not one thing about UFOs.
Not one.
Mm-mm.
Heat. We got the heat.
Heat and AI robot server. Biden. You know, Biden, Trump, Biden. Right, and then you go over to CNN and it's Ukraine, Vax card, Trump. Heat. MSNBC.
That heat.
Trump.
How odd.
Hunter Biden.
Aldean. They got him up there. He made the page. Yeah, how odd that all that shit is all the heat now and shit, man. King Handles, what's up, baby? Welcome back. Spoiler alert, no evidence we haven't already heard or seen will be presented. Well, that's what you're saying, right, Mark?
Well, that I've heard, yeah. So to you guys, it might be new. You know what I mean? To me,
well, if I haven't heard it yet, it's new to me.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure. We haven't seen anything yet, but I mean, Mark, when was the last time they had a major congressional hearing?
Oh,
like
I
this?
agree. That
I mean,
that whole
dude, that's big. I mean, the same thing. Remember when the steroid thing came out in baseball and they started doing these hearings? Like, it blew shit the fuck up. Like, that's what happens. Especially when you get some people who are, you know, maybe newer or younger congressmen trying to fucking make a name for themselves, and they're on.
Oh yeah,
you know,
your man Getz was there from Florida.
Yeah, and AOC, bro,
AOC
trying to get into this shit too, bro.
AOC, who AOC?
AOC, your girl AOC.
Oh my god, man, I hate that shit, yo. Isn't she like a horrible human being? Isn't she just a horrible human being, that chick? AOC. Fucking horrible. All right, so nothing new. So, in other words, did you come out? You come out watching that and say to yourself, you're more convinced that there are aliens?
I was convinced.
He was already convinced.
So your man Getz came out. So the guy from Florida, he went during the
crazy.
hearing.
He's in office, bro.
Right.
It's
I know.
fucking nuts that dude's still in office.
With his plastic hair, too. That's always like perfect, man. It's great. He went to a base in Florida. Supposedly, they didn't let him in. He finally talked his way in. They showed him pictures and that were taken from a fighter and a clip of radar about some orb that they saw flying, and he was like, I don't know what it is.
I think it's all smoke and mirrors, Mark.
Brian, could see if you could find the government released an orb, a picture, a video of an orb from like one of our drones. Mm-hmm. So these people are saying
from Iraq, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I have photos. You want the video?
No, the video.
Yeah, I got the video. I got the video. Yeah, I got the video.
I don't know, man. I think it's
what do you don't know?
Well, because me and you were watching that thing that time, right? Hold on, before you play that video, because I want to see that. Me and you were watching that thing that time. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. We watched that thing, and every time the dude was bringing up pictures they showed were drawings.
Right. Some other.
I'm like, my cousin was doing that in 7th grade. He was drawing spaceships.
Right. So, but you're saying the drawings, but you're saying so that one guy that we were watching, you think that guy's crazy or something?
I don't know. He could be crazy.
He seemed kind of normal to me, right? Did he seem normal to you? Didn't seem like he was acting to me. Didn't seem like he was acting to you. Unless he's a really, really good actor. He should be in fucking SAG.
Well, he probably is.
He's probably not.
They're all in fucking SAG. That's why that dude went blank, because he don't have no writers. They're all on strike. He went blank. They went on strike right in the middle of writing that speech.
That's funny.
I don't know, man. I just feel like, all right, let's see the video. Hold on a second. Let's go to some comments real quick. Bishop, what's up, baby? Glad you're back. What's up, G Crew? With a whopping 7 billion cameras in the hands of our fellow Earthlings, it's pretty mind-blowing that we haven't stumbled upon any legit video evidence of aliens. That's what we were just saying. Call me crazy.
It's troublesome.
Yeah, call me crazy, but they're setting the stage. That's what I'm saying. I think it's all just smoke and mirrors.
Could be that too. Everybody could be setting this Grush guy up with some wildness. Yeah,
I mean, he could just be a plant anyway. All these dudes,
right?
Fravor, Rogan,
so if he
times, bro. Right. You know.
So I don't think you think that guy's a plant. You know what I mean?
They all could be plants, dog. That's the thing. Rogan could be a plant. Everyone on his show could be a fucking plant. I don't think he is.
I don't think
could
Rogan's
be, dog. Plant, no, definitely not, bro. No way. But
I don't think
when
so.
You start assuming that people could be plants, you don't know who is a plant.
But
I'm more Russia, dog.
I'm more prone to believe that. I don't even know if that comment I just said made sense. It sounded too smart. I feel like I said some stupid shit.
Prone to believe.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means. Man. I heard that. So what the fuck did I just say, man? It's my ignorance. I'm more to believe that when I see these people from the government who are like these high, deep in dudes coming out and saying it, that they're plants. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
as opposed to who? Like
Joe Rogan being a plant. Or like, I mean, media, we all know they're all fucking.
So Pilot Favor he's retired. You know what I mean? They pulled them out and like, hey, you said you saw something.
So cute how you cling to all these facts that the government puts out, Mark.
Which goes back to what Richard just said, though. We got all these cameras, dude. Like, put it this way. When that rocket, they said it was a rocket, went up in Florida. Oh, wow. We were driving to a show. Some rocket went up in Florida. Yeah. I was driving to a show with Zach and Ray.
And you seen it, right?
And we seen it, and we were like, what the fuck is that? Because we seen some shit going straight off, and then it made a weird turn, and then just kept going and going and going. And we were told it was a rocket in Florida.
Did it look like anything?
I was in Staten Island.
Right.
I don't know. I didn't know I could see rockets going up in Florida from Staten Island. I didn't know that. It was new to me. But then again, I also couldn't point out anything in the map. So, maybe we can see this shit. I mean, this chick could see Alaska from a window, right? So maybe we can see fucking shit going up in Florida. But they came out and said it was a rock. That shit was filmed all over the place. Zach jumped out in the middle of the street, started filming it. People were standing with their hands out the car filming it. That video came out pretty good.
Yeah, I also think, though, I mean, you're also overestimating the control that I don't even know if it's or underestimating or overestimating the control that the government has over the internet. The control they have over the information. I mean, I'm sure a video could get out, but dude, they can squash it.
I don't know.
You don't think they could squash stuff now? Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right, dude. I mean, everyone's got a fucking camera, bro. It'd be almost impossible to do all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. You got to go back a little bit. King Handel said earlier, today's congressional hearings are the corporate equivalent of meetings. Yeah, nothing ever comes of them.
Mm-mm.
All the brouhaha over UFOs is great cover for the very real advanced military research testing that the government does. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're just trying to get us not to look at a bunch of other things. Cliffy says, I have an important question. What do you all know about the Sumerian tablets? Thoth and Billy Carson, David Icke research. I know nothing.
I do. I mean, I know like a little bit. I'm familiar with the subjects, but I mean, that kind of, I said something to my fiance this morning. I said, what's interesting is all this UFO talk is coming out. And there's not really a lot of, no one's coming out against it.
What do you mean?
Nobody.
There is. Mick West is a guy.
Oh, Mick West is coming out against it?
Yeah, totally. Big time.
Really?
He debunks.
Michael Knowles is going out against it.
But,
I'm just saying, he's saying no one's going out against it,
So
Matt Walsh, it's funny because they're both part of the Daily Wire, and Matt Walsh is like, he's bugging. There's aliens, because Matt Walsh is very into aliens.
Huh.
He's like a more successful you, Mark. He's got the same mustache and beard.
I've seen him. I know who he is.
Let me pull this video up. This is the Pentagon released video.
You'll see it come through the top of the screen. There it goes. And then the camera will slew to follow it. You'll see it pop in and out of the field of view there. This is essentially all of the data
What
we
am
have.
I looking at? Oh, on the lower right-hand corner. Right-hand corner.
Yeah.
All right, there.
Yeah, watch it comes in for the top.
Case we are still studying.
Oh. Oh, there it goes. Yeah.
It's a flying basketball.
It's a flying basketball. It's a computer-generated dot. How is, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm sorry. I agree with my man Richard that if that shit was real, Steven Buddha says, hey, Steve, Buddha, welcome, man. I was married to one. Good job last night, Buddha, by the way. You headlined over at Resorts. I think there would be there'd be obvious shit. I'm just really surprised that nobody really gives a fuck.
That's pretty wild. That's interesting. So this dude,
no one even gives.
I'm also surprised some hardline, right wing, super Christian conservatives aren't coming out and saying anything at all either.
Well, some are. Mark found a couple of videos where they say they're demons.
Right. Some people have said interdimensional demons. But this guy, Grush, they asked him a question. He said there were that they found biological something.
Yeah, I saw that clip. Yeah,
you know what I
that
mean.
they found They said that they find the pilots. He said we found biological,
non-human biologics.
Yeah, because they said human or non-human. He said non-human.
Previously, he said bodies. You know, in a TV interview, he said there were pilots.
Craft stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
I think he's programmed. Why is he alive?
Because he came out. He came out. That's why.
Come on, man.
Again,
the Clintons be taking people out left and right. They can't get rid of this guy.
Were any of those people that the Clintons taken out a whistleblower who went to Congress and went through the channels and were on TV on a News Nation interview? Did the guy that hung himself and shot himself with the shotgun, did he come out before that?
What came first, the hanging or the shotgun blast?
Right.
Good point. I don't know the answer to that.
Right.
I don't think it matters, but I don't know the answer to that. Richard says, yeah, but that's according to people he spoke to. He never seen shit with his own eyes.
Right. Agreed.
King Handler says the Mormons know all about the mothership.
Yeah, that's true.
They do. Do you guys know about that? Like the shit that they believe in?
Nah, enlighten me.
Yeah. Okay. Here, I'll bring it up because it's actually pretty interesting, and all this stuff. Oh man. According to Mormon cosmology, there was a pre-existence or pre-mortal life in which humans were literal children of heavenly parents. Although their spirits were created, the essential intelligence of these spirits is considered eternal and without beginning. During the pre-mortal life, a plan of salvation was presented by God the Father and Jehovah, championing moral agency, but Lucifer countered with a plan that abolished individual choice and promised eternal exhalation to all, regardless of individual desire.
That could have been written in any language just now, and I would have understood it just the same. It could have been written in any language, and I would have understood it the same way I just understood it right now.
Yeah,
you know,
all right.
Could you explain that in layman's terms?
Mormon cosmology teaches that the Earth is not unique, but that it is one of many inhabited planets. Each planet created for the purpose of bringing about the immortality and eternal life of humanity. These worlds were, according to the doctrine, created by Jehovah, the pre-mortal Jesus. Because Mormonism holds that Jesus created the universe, yet his father, God the Father, once dwelt upon an earth as mortal, it may be interpreted that Mormonism teaches the existence of multiverse, and it is not clear if the other inhabited worlds mentioned in the scriptures are teachings refers to planets within this universe or not.
Yeah. Any language. You could have wrote that in any language, dude.
But
any
I mean, man, dude, it's like, you know, we talk about all these things. We talk about flat earth. We talk about aliens. We talk about God. We talk about creation. And we talk about Satan. We talk about the stuff in the music industry. And like all these things are coming together now.
They've always been working together. You know. I don't know, man. I just don't buy the aliens thing. I'm not convinced yet.
You believe in the lizard people. What do you think the lizard people are?
I don't necessarily believe them. Well, yeah,
okay.
Maybe there are aliens. Because I don't necessarily believe in the lizard people. I don't necessarily believe in anything. Mark, what do I believe in other than Jesus? I really don't believe in anything. You know what I'm saying? I really don't believe in anything. And the only reason, like, people think it's a blind faith is not. There was a thing that went on between me and God that nobody could tell me didn't happen. So Richard says, I'm not worried about aliens. I'm worried about the next 9/11 times 10. We're overpopulated, and the governments of the world are about to do something about it. So it seems to me. The truth is, though, we're not overpopulated. You could fit the entire existence of man in Texas.
It's not what overpopulation means, though, dog.
What's that mean?
The overpopulation is really more attributing to resources, right?
So
find cost.
But find out
Dude,
how much
enough
food is wasted every year. I think 25%
Yeah.
or more of the food.
Sure,
is wasted.
but still, just because that food is wasted, the reason it's wasted is because there isn't the resources or the financial means to do shit with it sometimes. Because if there was a capitalistic way that they could turn that shit into a profit, they would be profiting off of it. That's a fact. Yeah,
they're
but
not
they'd be
profiting off of it.
They would be profiting more off of it if they could, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Well, they're trying to do that now, man. You got this dude buying up all the farms from Microsoft.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter who owns them, bro. I'm just saying what they don't want.
It doesn't matter. Wait a minute. It doesn't matter who owns them.
No, it does, but not to this argument, not to the overpopulation argument. The argument for overpopulation is they don't want to have to take care of that many people. You know, they don't want to have a welfare world of 7 billion people. It's easier to just control 1 billion people instead of 7.
I mean,
that's what it's about. It's not about
them.
space.
It's overpopulated.
Correct.
That's what they sell us.
Correct.
That it's overpopulated. They keep saying that. In fact, they got Kamala Harris saying the other day about lowering the population. Did you see that shit? Where she came out and said, Richard said, resources, bro. We have been purging the earth for a minute now. See, that's what I'm saying, though. And Brian agrees with you. Brian agrees with you, Richard. But I gotta say, I don't agree with either of you. The earth is fine, man. The earth is gonna do what the earth does. There's enough resources out there for everybody, man. There really is, you know. And I think the big lie is that there isn't enough resources. That's bullshit. That's bullshit, man. There's enough resources. They're trying to, in fact, what they're trying to do is cut down on the resources. That's why they're attacking these.
They fix the supply. They fix the supply.
Yeah, they're trying to lower the supply.
Well,
they wouldn't have to lower it if it was already not enough to go around.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? They were paying farmers to get rid of whole fucking things. Crops. They were paying them to destroy them. Yeah. Why? If we're, you know what I'm saying? Because the truth of the matter is we're not. People aren't even having babies. We don't have the right number to put people in positions, which is what they want, so we could have more robots and shit. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I just find it very convenient that now all of a sudden there's aliens now. The timing and everything, it's like. And
so they're saying
crazy,
that this is the government's timeline for disclosure. So it's not that the government, like Brian said, that maybe they're setting this up, but that the government is setting it up, telling us in a soft way.
They want us to believe there's too many people. So every time they start talking about that shit, they don't sound like Hitler. King Handel says, Brian, it's not a resource problem. It's an engineering problem. There are energy resources on Earth and space we haven't figured out how to tap into.
It's kind of what that's kind of what I meant. But yeah.
I think there's enough resources. I think the Earth is fine. You know what I'm saying? I think man is giving themselves too much props, thinking that we're bigger than the creations that God has made. You know what I'm saying? Like the Earth is gonna be.
I think it all comes down to
don't throw God into this creation thing. All right.
I think it all comes down to dollars too. You know.
See, here's a question, Mark.
Yes.
All right. Here's a question.
Yes.
God comes and appears before you. There's no doubt whatsoever that he exists. He's right in front of you, the being of God. It's probably not in the shape of a man, but the being of God comes. Do you worship him?
Do I know it's him?
Yeah. Well, it's obvious, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's no like this. I do exist. Here I am. Come follow me. worship me.
All right. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. All right. So
Sure.
for you, it's not a pride thing. For you, it's more of a, you're just being kept in the darkness by. I'm gonna pray for you, Mark.
Thanks.
Such a dick thing to say.
Yo, you want to hear something funny? I was hanging out with Lou, right? Lou got the new restaurant, right? He's trying to get it off the ground. It's going slow, but he's trying to get off the ground. And I'm there one day, and it's just me, him, and his workers. And this black lady comes in, and she goes, "I was walking by, and I felt the Lord tell me to bless you. Do you mind if I pray for you?" And Lou goes, "Sure." She starts to bless him, and she's like, Lord, bless this man right here with his new business. The old owner was very successful. He had crowds going around the corner, and there's no one here, Lord. Teach this man how to run and operate a business, Lord. Because the other operator, it was like it started as a blessing, and the more she went on, the more she just kept ripping them. And I'm standing there listening to it, and I'm looking at him, and at first he's like this, and then she's like, just everything she's saying is putting him down. Like the other person had 1,000 people in here a week. He could barely get one. And she points me. Meanwhile, I'm his boy. I'm not even a customer. And she just keeps going, making it sound worse and worse and worse. And then she's like, in Jesus' name, thank you, my brother. And he's like, yeah, thank you. And she walks out. I said, what the fuck was that? She basically said you was a failure. That's hysterical, yo. But shortly after that, he got his liquor license. So let's see. Maybe success is right around the corner. Yeah. Let's see, man.
Mark, you familiar with the Skinny Bob footage?
No,
I'm not. What's the Skinny Bob footage?
Yeah. So
hold on 1 second. Cliffy Icon says it all smells like Illuminati, New World Order mechanics. Yeah. Mark, do you believe in Illuminati? And the deep state?
Oh, deep state, I do. Yeah, that's the whole UFO thing. It's deep state.
All right, so I want to break it down to people right now. What the deep state actually means, right? This is my opinion of what the deep state is, right?
Okay, but I like the way we went from what it actually means to this is my opinion. What I think it is. Okay,
let me rephrase. This is 100% pure fact. The way that our government works is they collect taxes from the taxpayers, meaning regular people and businesses, and wherever else their streams of revenue come in. Right, that money is then decided through the appropriations committees of Congress of where it goes to. Now, all that money goes out to 3-letter agencies that are all over the place in the U.S. Right, some of these agencies could theoretically have been in existence in the 40s and 50s. And people don't even know that the money's even going there. I mean, these appropriations documents are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of pages, and they have hundreds of people working on them. So, like, you could be in charge of this segment of the document, and then you're just figuring out where this money is going, completely separated from the other people who are working on it. That's what the deep state is. It's the money funnel, and then there are actors behind that who aren't elected officials, but keep benefiting from the finances from those elected officials to then control what goes on in this country.
Did my brain not wake up this morning? Because for some reason, I'm not understanding shit today. Like everything you just said was like you just made me think I don't even have any clue what the deep state is. Like I didn't understand. Did you understand what he said, Mark?
I kind of did, yeah.
You kind of did? All right. I got
He's talking about.
Want me to explain it again or no?
Well, my understanding is that the people that are in the deep state look at somebody like the president as like the presidents come and go. These deep state people
have been around forever.
Have been around. They're not elected.
Right. They're bureaucrats, right? And a good way to look at it too, right, is to very much compared to like the mafia, right? You have the Don, the president, who, I mean, unlike,
the mafia doesn't exist.
Yeah,
it's a figment of the FBI's imagination to prejudice against Italian Americans.
Yes, 100%, man. Free John Gotti. King Handel says, at Brian, sounds like politics. Yeah, Brian is very political. He's a politician.
No, I mean, it's just like, it's at the end of the day, it's about money, right? That's what it comes down to. It's about money. So you have to, one, follow the money and then see where it goes. And all of the tax money that we pay in goes to supporting these 3-letter agencies. And these 3-letter agencies are where everything gets fucky. I'm talking about the FDA, the DEP, right? And CIA, FBI, NSA, that's
NWA.
NWO, WEF, even though that's not part of the federal government. But I'm saying these are the organizations. That's where the dough flows to, and these people aren't elected. They're the people who pull the strings, and they're in cahoots with the people who get elected. Because all the people, look, FDA, right? Let's just take the FDA for example. These are people who are not elected. Some of them are appointed by the president, right? They get appointed because they come from pharmaceutical companies and then get appointed to the FDA, and then they approve drugs for their friends at the pharmaceutical companies. That's the deep state, people. That's it. That's what it is.
Stephen Buddha says Brian is a shit stirrer, not political. He's definitely a shit talker. And that's why I love you, Brian. But once again, man, I don't know what the fuck you were just talking about. Sound like a bunch of gibberish to me, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe what you said made sense. King Handel says it's wild how they make billions disappear. Well, I mean,
right.
The thing is, the more money flowing, the easier it is to take.
Yeah. Okay. So this is,
that's what I think. I think the more money coming in, the easier it is to take, and the harder it is to keep. Like, look at all that money we're sending out to fucking the Ukraine. They said billions of dollars have been fucking lost. They don't know where that money's going. They don't even know where all the weapons are going. Cliffy Icon says organized crime is multi-ethnic. There is no mafia. The Chinese actually were the originators of the Costa Nostra ideology. I mean, that doesn't mean there is no mafia. King Handel says, is the deep state hiring?
Yeah, dude, go work for Johnson & Johnson or Pfizer.
Yeah, gee, I like how you read all
look
of
at
that.
this.
But you go a little Italian accent. That was cute.
So this, on the left here,
that's the way you gotta say it, right?
La Costa Nostra.
La Costa Nostra.
This left side right here are the names of our former FDA commissioners, the head honcho at the FDA. These are the years that they were in office, right? And this is 97, then they're 01, 02. So it's just straight in order, right?
Yeah.
Then to this is the company that they went to work for right after they were commissioner of the FDA. And oh, look, the guy who had it right before COVID in 2019 then goes to Pfizer and joins the board as the fucking member of the board.
Nice.
Like, what gets me though is how like these people pop up out of nowhere. Like, take the whole COVID thing, right? Fucking out of nowhere comes Fauci.
Bro,
Anybody
they don't.
ever heard-
No, listen, dude. Listen, bro. They don't come out of nowhere. They come out of nowhere to you because you don't know shit about these 3-letter agencies. That's the deep state, dog. He's been in there forever, dude.
I know. He's been there. I know he's been there forever. I know that. But like, I don't remember him making any calls ever. I don't remember ever seeing him on TV. I don't remember him, I don't remember us ever caring about who this dude was, man.
Look at this shit, bro. This is Open Secrets is a great website. It's called Following the Money in Politics. I used to work for this guy, right? When I worked for Mike Pence. When I worked for Pence. Yeah. I worked for Pence when he was the House Republican Conference chairman. Right?
He used to get him underage hookers.
And dude, it's like, look, this is the guys. I was the hooker. This is the guys. This is like just look where this is actually where I was with them at the House Republican Conference right here. But it's just like they go from private sector, lobbying agency, private sector, Congress office. Like these people just work in DC, dude, and they just pull the fucking puppet strings, you know?
Bro 12002, welcome back, bro. Says China and India, if we can believe what they say. What's that referring to? I kind of got lost. A lot is being said. I don't know. On another note, did you hear Hunter Biden's deal fell through?
His plea deal, right? Yeah.
His plea deal fell through.
Good.
So, what does that mean? What does that mean? I think it fell through because he wanted like immunity across the board.
Something with the gun charge. Yeah, I'm not even sure.
How are you the president's son and you catch a gun charge?
Get caught with a gun.
Yeah, but like, I mean, in our day and age, Mark, that would have never meant anything. That wouldn't even have made the papers. That wouldn't even have been like, I'm the president's son. Okay. See you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Now,
so he just put a pause on it. He didn't cancel it. He just put
no. The judge said the deal is off the table. I saw a video of the judge saying the deal is now off the table.
Oh, okay.
That's what I heard.
I got to find that article,
which would be a pause.
Yeah.
Because now they got to go back and work something else out.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what they're saying right now. The news is saying that the deal is just paused. The judge wants to hear more information from both sides. Is what it is. It's not that the deal isn't happening. It's just not. Oh yeah, I mean, here we go. This says falls through.
Yeah, man.
At least for now, after judge exposes concern over the agreement. Here, let me get the facts up.
Richard says the deep state are those who buy 2 million shares of Microsoft 1 week before Microsoft receives a government contract. If you want to uncover the deep state, just pay close attention to who makes the mega purchases with a 99% accuracy rate. They said that who's that chick that just left from the Democrat, Nancy Pelosi? They said that her husband on his trades was better than Elon Musk and like all these other guys.
They said it's better than Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett. Yeah, they said his shit is better than Warren Buffett, yo. Pelosi's husband. Yeah, no doubt. Pelosi's husband, man. These people got millions and she's worked for the state.
Yeah, her salary is $220,000 a year. And she's worth like
millions.
Yeah.
The same thing with Hunter. Hunter ain't got no job.
Dude, that's
like,
the thing.
They're like,
Listen.
where's he getting his money? They said he sells his paintings.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
he sold his paintings all to contributors. You know what I'm saying?
So somebody that bought one of his paintings got an appointment from his father. I think they paid like $70,000 for a painting, and then her next job, she was appointed something under Biden administration.
Oh man! All right, so let's go to some of the comments. Stephen Buddha says, "But Pete Rose won't be in the Hall of Fame."
Yeah, right.
I can't believe he's still not in it. That ain't crazy that he's still not in it. What did he do?
He bet on his? He said he never betted on his team, right?
No, he said he bet against them. He bet. He admitted that he bet. He said, but he always bet for his team to win.
Okay. I mean,
you can't prove that.
You're not supposed to bet, right?
You're not supposed to bet. But if you're gonna bet on your team.
Well, but then you don't get in the Hall of Fame, though.
Come on, with all this shit. Is O.J. Simpson still in the Hall of Fame? Or did they take him out?
In before he allegedly
You know what I'm saying? Like if he's still in it.
Yeah, he's in the Hall.
He's in the Hall of Fame. I mean, no doubt he wasn't found guilty, but we know.
So,
you know what I'm saying? But we know. I think that's crazy. Anyway, bro 12002 says she got locked up the other day during a climate change demonstration.
I couldn't find anything on that, bro.
Greta.
Oh, was Greta?
Yeah, that was Greta. Yeah, Greta.
What do you mean locked up? Like
she was doing a protest and they locked her up.
Oh,
she's out already. Yeah, she got arrested. Yeah, man, that chick right there is so fucking annoying. She's gonna fucking be single her whole life. King Handel says the judge wants some more time to negotiate their future Supreme Court appointment.
Yeah, exactly.
And Richard says, and they put Martha Stewart in jail. It's a two-tier justice system. Hell yeah, how you gonna put Martha Stewart in jail, yo?
Yeah,
but you know, for her, that she was like the Tupac because she came out and it only helped her. You know,
she started doing this shit with Snoop Dogg afterwards. Did you ever watch that cooking show that they did together?
Yeah,
dude,
unbelievable.
It
was great.
She got that home design life across her belly, tattooed on her belly, and she hasn't been the same ever since then. You know, Martha fucking Stewart. I can't believe she went to jail. That's fucking insane, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's pretty wild.
You know, I mean, I didn't care much about it when it happened, but now in hindsight, I look back and I go, really? They put Martha Stewart in jail?
In jail.
and for the same shit that Nancy Pelosi's basically doing. Because come on, man, we know this inside trading like mad.
Yeah.
Come on,
definitely.
yo.
That's what it was. It was a stock trading case.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yep.
That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, there's obviously a two-tier justice system. I mean, look what they're doing to Trump.
I mean, I think there's more than I guess two
and
tiers.
Nothing's going on with Biden. I'd say a three-tier system, I would say. Church Street Tapping Deli, first time commenting. My brother, that's Mark, that's Anthony.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
What's up,
out there. Big up to you. And he says that was that was a humility ritual.
Martha?
Martha. Yeah. Now we talking. Now we hitting some fucking right? That was a humiliation fucking ritual, man. Wow, bro 12002 says lifetime appointments gotta go. I agree with that. Hold on, you're going too fast, man.
Freaking age limits, yo. You can't be. I think they said 70% of like Congress is over 65 years old. Just a lot. It's too much. They don't think like, you know what I'm saying?
No, dude. That's what I was saying. Even when it comes to presidents, there should be a limit to how old you can be. Because you need to be, you need to be young enough to have to deal with the consequences of your own decisions. You know what I'm saying? Right now, do you think Biden actually gives a shit if the whole world goes to crap as long as he's the one who's in control?
Yeah,
he's going to be dead soon. He's going to be dead soon. And Kamala's rooting for him. Kamala's mad that he hasn't died yet, man.
But they're not worried about the life for their clones, the future life for their clones. You don't think?
Well, listen, I forgot who pointed it out last week, man. You know, his ears are different. They're clearly different. They're clearly different. And his look is a little different.
So you think they're clones, they're not reptilians with masks on? I thought that's... Oh, you're not sure?
I'm not sure, man. I don't get to sit in on the meetings, dude.
All right, let's.
I'm very upset about that.
Though. Let's try to do the ear thing because I'm interested. I'm interested in the ear thing, right? So we got to find a young picture of him. Here you go.
Dude, just Google.
Well, I don't want to. I don't want to Google that because then that's what they're going to show me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you just want to look,
right? Yeah.
Right,
so we'll take. I mean, this picture. Jesus Christ. Take this one, and then I'll pull it up.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're right.
See, when Brian does stuff, he has this like little moany thing he does.
Yeah, you can see it. Look at his face.
Yeah, right?
Like he's all in it. It's sucking him in.
It's a little groggly moany thing, man.
Yeah. You see how he kind of hunches over too. You look like you're getting shot up.
Biden. I want some Biden bucks back. Man. That's what I want.
Yeah, that's the thing. But like,
they said they saw these marks on his face, and that's from his CPAP machine.
That makes sense.
He had some lines here. They said he's wearing a seat, one of those seat,
How is he still alive?
He gets plugged back into the matrix.
Yeah.
You got to look at the back of the neck where the portal is.
I heard they put it in the anus now, so you don't see the portal. I mean,
That
why
would
would
make
you put a?
That would make sense. That would make sense. All right, we got some comments. Hold on, go up. We got some comments coming in. Let's go to the comments real quick, man. The judge wants more time to negotiate. Lifetime appointments got to go. Oh, all right. So let's look.
All right, yeah. What do we got here?
I mean, can you zoom in on the ears?
I mean, more?
Yeah, on the left. Let's see the one on the left because I can't see the left ear that good.
Let me get a better one.
No, I thought the one you have was good. I just wanted to see it. Nah, that one ain't good. You can't see nothing there. Even though, damn, that ear does look bigger right off the bat. But I mean, as you get older, don't your ears get
your
like
face? Things start sagging.
Sagging.
Right? Well, see, that's connected right there. That's usually the thing. That's connected.
Yeah, that's connected. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe some of the clones it's connected and some of them aren't.
But do you really think
they're saying that Ye's a clone, and they're saying if you pay attention, they said there's a short Ye and a tall Ye. That is height changes. All right, let's go. King Handle says DOJ dropping the SBF charge just reinforces what we're discussing.
I agree.
What's the SBF? What is that?
Dude, the Sam Bankman-Fried, bro. The guy with the crypto dude who was running the shit out of the Bahamas.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they dropped the charges on that dude?
Yeah.
No, they dropped the that he was giving contributions to politicians. Those charges.
Oh, of course, those charges got dropped because none of the politicians want to get that money back.
Yeah,
and then they got to answer questions.
So, they got this new coin now. It's called WorldCoin, where you have to. The people are lining up for it. Where they're scanning your retina and keeping it on.
I saw that.
Yeah.
That was Altman. Altman made that.
That's what I'm saying. That dude's pretty big, bro. The people are lining up to get their retina scanned.
Not here, dog.
Man.
All right, this is from Forbes. So after 3 years in development, let me see when this was written to July 26th. So it was a couple days ago. After 3 years in development, digital ID platform WorldCoin is officially launched on Monday. Co-founded by OpenAI CEO Sam Altman. I'm sorry, I was getting Bankman-Fried and Sam Altman confused. They're not the same guy. The person who made this is the person who made ChatGPT.
Right.
That's the same person, and that's the rush right now, which is another thing that we got to get back into. WorldCoin aims to provide its users with a verified digital ID plus a cryptocurrency token, hopefully named WorldCoin, and a crypto wallet app. According to WorldCoin, advances in AI have made it increasingly difficult to tell whether online activity, written text, digital artwork, or anything really that exists on the internet came from real humans or AI.
Yeah, man.
The company proposes to help resolve this confusion by deploying a sort of digital passport based on what it calls proof of personhood.
Your eyeball.
The goal is simple: a global financial and identity network based on proof of personhood, dog.
Dude, they're gonna, all this is gonna do.
The goal is simple: a global financial and identity network based on proof of personhood. Altman wrote.
So now to rob someone, instead of just robbing, they're gonna be kidnapping people.
They're gonna be scraping your fucking eye out, dog.
Yeah, pulling eyeballs out of their heads.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
that's what's gonna happen, dude. They're gonna start plucking out eyeballs and going and scanning shit. They're just gonna make it worse.
Frozen eyeballs on the dark net, man.
Yeah. Have you ever come across any people selling body parts on the dark net? No.
Not that I'm going to admit.
Not that I'll admit.
You would have to go there.
To get it.
We talked about that. Yeah, you got to go there to get what you want. It's like the internet. Shit don't just pop up.
Yeah, just don't pop up.
This is they're saying that After the orb scans your iris and saves an anonymous iris code, it then issues your world ID. It also permanently deletes each iris image. The system does not depend on pointing scanners at your eyeballs each time you need to verify your ID.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Church Street Tap and Deli says, guys, dresses, white women, jail, black guys.
And jail and black guys. He was talking about the humiliation ritual.
Oh, yeah, the humiliation rituals. Yeah, guy dresses, white women in jail, and black guys. Yeah. True. King Handles. Imagine your grand or great. Go back to King Handles, please. You're going too fast. Imagine your grand or great grandparents running the damn country. Oh my God, I can only imagine if my mother was in Congress.
Right. So did
That's
you see
insane.
this Diane Feinstein? She's like 90 years old. She was sick for like 6 months. She had a vote on something, and her two handlers are sitting next to her. They're like, okay, Miss Feinstein. She's like, well, and she starts reading something. They're saying, just say aye. We know. Just say aye. So they're voting for her. And she goes, oh, well, you know what I mean? Pretty wild, man.
That's insane.
So we have a geriatric government.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's insane. It really is insane. Like, there has to be a limit on the age that you got to get out.
It
has to be, man. It's not even about are you capable. It's a thing of are you going to be around long enough to deal with the consequences of your own actions.
Here's the other side to that. There are people that are old that are still
no doubt.
So to put a limit is
no, because it's not about whether or not you're capable. Right. It's more about even if you're 85 and you're the sharpest tool in the shed, you still walk around on your own. You still have you're even up on current affairs. You never stop watching TV or whatever the fuck and dealing with whatever they feed you. Yeah. There's still a chance, even in that health that you are, that you die any moment. Because once you get into those 80s, you're in less than 1%. So there's still a chance because you could be healthy as fuck and then go to sleep at 85 years old and your heart just goes tonight's the night. Boom, you're dead.
Yeah.
You have to be able to be around for at least another 20 years or at least 10 years. Not guaranteed, but like unless you get shot or catch cancer or whatever like that.
Catch cancer.
Whatever. What do you do with cancer? Do you catch it or do you just get it?
Well, you can catch it from
I call
cigarettes.
Yeah.
I was smoking cigarettes and I caught cancer.
It's a long, slow burn.
But I'm just saying, you should have to be around long enough. Go up, man. You're going to the last one, and we got ones to go to, man. King Handle says, imagine. Oh, no, wait. Bro 12002 says, Al Roker. Yeah, that's exactly what we were talking. Al Roker, his shit went dead for a second. And art imitates life. That's exactly what I'm saying. Bro, that's what I'm saying. If they're making movies about that shit, then I believe it exists. So, yes, maybe I do believe aliens exist. I believe they can do fucking, Biden sexuals. Biden supporters are called Biden sexuals. King Handle says Biden definitely has had Botox.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, man. Church Street Tap and Jelly says, is it true that Ghislaine Maxwell's sister is major owner in company that administrates Amber Alerts? I don't know, but that's very interesting.
I never even thought that there would be a company that administer Amber Alerts, but you would think someone has to be in charge of that.
Yes. Yeah, there has to be a company that does it, right? Yeah.
We're going to find that.
And I think it's strange how we don't even just hear about her on a regular basis. I feel like we should get an update, like at least weekly, that she's still alive.
Oh,
I don't think if they didn't kill her yet, I don't think they're gonna kill
her. Okay, so maybe we're talking about
maybe
Isabel Maxwell, French-born entrepreneur and co-founder of Magellan, early search engine acquired by Excite. Maxwell has been listed as tech pioneer of the World Economic Forum, ComTouch.
Whoa, hold on. She's tech pioneer for the World Economic Forum.
Yeah, dude, we've talked about Ghislaine and her dad being tied to the World Economic Forum also.
Her dad was also, wasn't he like Mossad or something like that? Is that the right word, Mossad? I don't even know. Wasn't he like a spy?
Yeah,
Right.
MI6.
Yeah, and he got
MI6.
chucked off a boat.
Yeah, I think he got chucked. Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
they Natalie Wood him. They Natalie Wooded him.
So I guess Magellan, right? Yeah, I mean, I became a search engine with ratings, blah blah blah. All right, let me get back on this.
That's very interesting. You know, that's very interesting. Did you see? Oh, you didn't watch that, right, Mark? When they had Anthony Weiner on
I saw some of it.
Is it PSB? The PSB podcast? PBD. What's that stand for? Do we know?
What's that? What are you talking about?
PBD. They had Anthony Weiner on the PBD podcast, and they asked him about. I
met that motherfucker.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's Patrick Bet David. That's his name, bro.
Oh, that's his name. All right, yeah. They had him on it. That shit was fire. And Anthony Weiner is just a hardcore scumbag. You can tell he's a hardcore scumbag, dude. You know how he's even still around.
Well, he's not.
But he is. He has a fucking radio station, a podcast now.
Oh, does he? Well,
yeah.
I mean,
with mad listeners too. Like,
really?
Yeah, dude. And it's weird because this dude was sending dick pics to underage girls.
I know, man. Wow. Did he go to jail?
No, he didn't go to jail. He just got fired. And his wife is connected with Hillary.
Yeah, I remember that.
Big time connected with Hillary. I think she was like a personal assistant or some shit like that. I don't know. But
yeah.
But when you watch this shit, the minute he started bringing up the people who died, man, he just started flipping. Bring up that video, man. Bring it up, yo. He started flipping.
What video?
Of him on that podcast where he asked him about Hillary Clinton. It'll pop up. The clips are everywhere on it.
Yeah, that was pretty.
But yeah, I mean, and he says to him too, your answers. He goes, your reaction gives us the answer. You know,
on the way you defended Hillary Clinton, on who she was when it comes down to politics. Are you still close to that family?
I'm not.
Okay. So who do you think between the two was a better politician?
Service,
all of them rest
and
in
you
peace. No.
Reading
and you get to
list.
That's the question yet,
He's
Anthony.
reading a list and he's refused. And
go back more. Go back more.
Humanitarian
Can
names
do
off the internet,
whatever you want.
of some fucking insane website.
I love your answer.
And
because
these people who you don't even know who they are. You're reading.
Go back a little more. Go back a little more. Because he starts to list. He's talking about the list of right there.
Heart attack. You know, Mary Mahoney, a former White House intern, was murdered July 1997 at a Starbucks coffee shop in Georgetown.
Ron Brown, he died in a plane crash.
Vince Foster
was
the next one. By the way, the James Dougal was a key witness in a Ken Starr
Ron
investigation.
Brown was in a plane crash. Why is he on the list?
Ron Brown is another one, but there was a close person to this. Victor Razor. You got Paul Tooley, Ed Woolley.
Wait a minute. You're reading a list of people that Bill and Hillary Clinton knew.
Pause that for 1 second.
Sorry.
He says Ron Brown. Why are you bringing Ron Brown into it? He died in a plane crash, which they said he did. But when they found his body, which I was reading just now, he had a hole in the top of his head that was consistent with a gunshot wound. That's why they're saying.
Did other people die in the plane crash? Was it a big plane? I don't know.
It was probably. I'm sure other people died in it, but I don't think it was like a big one. It was probably one of those like private jet type shits.
Right.
You know, not sure, but what makes it suspicious is he had what appeared to be a gunshot wound in the top of his head. That's why it's suspicious. Go ahead, go back to playing this shit. Watch how this dude just bugs out though as he's reading these fucking names, and all he's doing is going down the list of people that, you know, were close to the Clintons and died.
Wait a minute. I'm asking you this question. I'm asking you this question and an answer at the end. So you got Jerry Parks, Jane Bunch, James Wilson, Kathy Ferguson, Bill Shelton, Candy Bow, Florence Martin, Susan Coleman, Paula Grober, Danny Casolero, Paula Wilker, John Parnell Walker, Barbara Weiss. We should verify this yourself because you're running a radio show. You should look it up.
Barry fucking Seal, dog. Barry Seal running coke into Arkansas. A state controlled by the Waltons who own Walmart and the Clintons?
But you see how he won't even let him like read the list. He's like already like, I don't know these people, but watch what he does. Go ahead. This dude is such a politician, man. This dude is such a piece of shit. Watch what he does. Watch how he tries to turn it around.
Barry Beal, Barry Seal,
Here,
Johnny
can you
Longhorn,
read me the
Stanley
URL you're reading?
Higgins,
Can you read me the
Herschel.
URL you're
We'll
reading?
send you the most credible source.
Let your
you can look it
listeners
up.
know
Herschel
what you're
Friday. We
reading.
will. We'll put the link below. We'll put the link
tell
below.
me so I know what I'm
Herschel
responding
Friday, Kevin Ivey, Dan Henry, Keith Coney.
I will agree
and
with
these
that.
were
He should read the link.
part of the Ivy
You know?
Henry case.
He should
Keith
read-
McCaskill.
What's the Ivy Henry case?
You can look it up. Ivy Henry case. So Gregory Collins, Jeff Rhodes, James Millen, Richard Winter, and then you got the close bodyguards. Major
Look at that ad, dude.
William
Close bodyguards. Look how many close bodyguards are fucking done.
You don't even know what you're reading a
William
list of. How is this?
Densberger,
How is this?
Let it go.
Colonel Gary Rhodes, Steve Wills, Robert Williams, Conway LeBlue, Todd McKeon. I'm done. It's 46 names. And
What? Can you read me the list? Can you read me the URL?
when I finish this, still in the storm.com. You can look it up.
Still in the storm.com.
You can look
this is
it
your
up.
big moment, guys.
Yeah, so you can go. And by the way,
Ads about chemtrails at the end of it.
He hasn't even asked the question.
by the
He's
way-
just reading the article.
He's reading a list of names.
So-
He hasn't even asked the
Asking me-
question. It's a list.
the fact that you're getting nervous is an answer.
It's not
okay?
nervous. This stuff
Let
makes
me
me
wrap
sick
it.
when you repeat
Exactly,
these
makes us sick as
ridiculous-
well. It also
It
makes us
obviously
sick.
doesn't. It
Of course,
obviously
because
doesn't.
the establishment
You
makes us
start
sick.
the question by reading a list of
Your reaction is an answer.
conspiracy. I know these things make me sick, and people
Your
have gotten
reaction
killed.
is an
over it.
answer.
Someone went into a pizza
Yes.
parlor in Washington because they believe this shit, and you're
Your-
making an echo
Your
chamber. out of it.
reaction is
Bought a Pizzagate.
Yeah, he did.
And then what he starts to do is he turns it to make it look like he's attacking those people. How dare you bring up their names? If you keep watching, he starts attacking him as if he's trying to say something bad about those people. His question really is, when he finally gets to the question is, everybody has a reputation. He's like, and he says to him, you have a reputation for sending dick pics to underage girls. That's your
He
reputation.
said that? I didn't hear that.
Yeah. Keep playing it. Watch. Keep playing it, dude.
That's funny.
Yeah, keep playing it, man. They go hard for like 15 minutes, but this is just a clip.
No.
Your
You're not
reaction
going to
is an
read a
answer.
list. Yeah, my reaction is my reaction.
Yeah,
Can you
exactly.
tell me what that list, in your view,
You
what would-
haven't allowed me to finish. If you allow me to finish the
because you're reading
question,
46
then you
random
can
names
do
off the internet,
whatever you
of
want.
some fucking insane website.
I love your answer.
And
because
these people who you don't even know who they are, you're reading them on a list of something, making some kind of as if it's somehow suspicious. You don't even know who these human beings are, who have families, who are like out there. And now
I'll spend the next 2 hours with you one by
How
one.
he said,
And
he's
fine.
making it like
Individuals are if you want to do that.
How about you pick one? Pick one and tell me who he was and what his story was.
Tom.
No, not you. You were asking me the question. Pick one name
I
and
will.
then tell me.
Pull up Vince Foster if you want.
No, Vince Foster, that suicide has been investigated 50 times. Pull
Yeah.
up the song.
So what?
Did you pull?
Yeah,
Why did you pull Ron Brown? Here, let me read Ron Brown. Ron Brown, a Commerce Secretary who a plane crashed while he was on a humanitarian mission, crashed on the side of a mountain. But what do you want to know about Ron Brown?
crashed to the side of a mountain.
What do you want to know about Ron Brown?
Can you let me ask the question?
No, listen, this
Wait,
is a
can you-
conversation.
No.
We're having a conversation.
I'm sorry. I'm the host. You invited me to your podcast. You get to ask the question. I'm the host. I'm going to ask you the question. You haven't let me answer the question.
I didn't see
your
the rule book.
reaction is already an answer.
I know. I am infuriated by people
I
who drag
understand
other
why
people's
you would
names
be.
who are powerless. You're not powerless.
Hillary Clinton is
I'm not-
powerless?
No, these people.
Hillary Clinton is
These
powerless.
people.
That's the problem.
These people.
Hillary's the problem.
You read a
The
list of people
the
because you have the
establishment
power to
people.
do it.
I don't-
People who do that are
I have
bullies,
the
and
power
I
to
don't
do-
appreciate bullies.
I have the power to do
You
what?
do. To read a
do
list
what?
of some
I have the power
stranger's
to
names.
use the DOJ and other things to control
That's
and hide
not
things?
DOJ.
Yeah.
DOJ
Let me-
didn't make this
let me
list.
finish up
Some
my question.
jackass made a list in his
You have
basement.
the right to
You're reading their
answer.
names as if they're incriminating
You
in
have
some
the
way.
right to
That's
answer.
Dude,
Dude.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Dude, he goes on to say, yeah, he's deep. He's deep. Well, his wife was connected. You know, he's been through some shit, right? So he goes on to
he
say
had that whole
we
sex
all-
scandal come out when he was sending dick pics to people too.
to underage girls and a bunch of people before that. His first one was fucking stupid. It was when I think Twitter first came out or something, and he tried to inbox it, and instead of inboxing it, he put it
posted.
on his page, and then he pulled it down. But
Oh,
by the time he
really?
pulled it down, everyone did screen captures, and it was out there.
Yeah.
Crazy, right? But what's crazy also is that, he says to him, we all have reputations. He says, why is the Clintons' reputation that if you're close to them, you die suspiciously. That's the reputation they got, that you die suspiciously. Like you said, you hung yourself and shot yourself with a shotgun. Which one came first, the shotgun or the rope? You know, or that other dude lifting weights. The weights landed on his neck and crushed his thing. That's only happened once before, and it was on an episode of who's that dude with the eye and the trench coat? That old school dude. Remember that old school dude? What's his name?
I know what you're talking about.
Inspector Gadget.
These fucking millennials. I know. These millennials, Inspector Gadget. Columbo. That was a Columbo episode where they tried to say the dude was working out and he crushed his neck. And then, of course, Columbo, being Columbo, figured out that they pushed that shit down on his neck and crushed his shit. You know, because that doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't happen, yo. Let's go to some of the comments real quick, man. Hey, Michelle, what's up? Glad you made it. We go to Cliffy Icon. Valuetainment is a great show. Weiner went to jail. And you know his name is actually pronounced Weiner. King Handel says, at Gary, the Clintons want you to do some stand-up at a fundraiser of $50K. You turning it down? They wouldn't ask me. That's the good news. No, I'd probably turn it down because they wouldn't want me there. You know what I'm saying? Something's fishy already. The Clintons want you there. Nah, turning it down, dog. My life ain't worth $50,000. PBD is a Tucker wannabe. You don't like him, man? I like PBD. He's all right. He's all right.
He's okay.
He's not as intelligent as Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
Tucker knows his shit a little more. You know. Richard says Monica is still alive, though.
They probably made her, dude. She probably came out of the fucking pipeline.
Monica who?
Lewinsky.
Lewinsky?
Yeah.
Maybe Clinton just put in a good word for her. Maybe Clinton just said, listen, it was the best blow job I ever had. She saved people, man. She's an American hero. You know what I'm saying? When people say, what did you do for your country? She has an answer. Okay. It's amazing how he got whatchamacallit for that. Right? He got what do they call that when they try to get you out as the president?
Got impeached.
Impeached, right? He got impeached for that. Is there a president since Clinton that hasn't gotten impeached? Did they ever impeach Obama? Did they ever try to impeach Obama?
I think they did.
Why do I feel like they did? I know they tried to impeach Trump. They tried to impeach Trump, you know. So the question now becomes,
there are no articles.
Those people.
There are no articles of impeachment
for Obama. Right, so they never tried him.
Mm-hmm.
But then Trump came in. They tried to impeach him,
mm-hmm.
And now Biden is here with so many impeachable offenses.
I think they're working on it.
And he doesn't get impeached.
I think they're working on it.
Yeah, well, let's see, man.
They probably want to time it, you know, so it starts off in 2024 like they did with Trump. Yeah, I mean,
King Handel says, every man knows you don't let any harm come to a woman with Monica's skill.
Okay.
You know, I mean, listen, you want to separate the weak from the strong. You know, he had a lady there blowing him at work. That's a plus. Cliffy Icon says, we need Weiner, PBD Part 2. Those guys had very good content, and that's what we all are trying to do. Yeah, I don't know if me and Brian actually go out to create good content.
It's not the goal. And rarely is it ever achieved.
I like PBD, though. Yeah, Weiner looks like a fucking, he looks like a vicious dude. You know, they said that when the scandal broke about him sending a dick pic to an underage chick, he was getting ready to do like a shoot, and his wife was there, and he got wind of that his shit it's breaking, the story's breaking.
Yeah.
They said he looked at his wife and said, "Are you gonna be in this or not? We're getting ready to record. Are you gonna be in it or not?" Like he didn't even give a fuck about the fact that was breaking, which says two things to me. One, he's an absolute piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? He's an absolute piece of shit. And two, that didn't really faze him. He just kept thinking about the fact that he was running as if that was not a big thing. So that says how in he is. And he has to defend the Clintons like that. He has to. Because the question he asked them too is, why are you still alive? He asked him that. And he said, why? He goes, how come Reagan and no other president has, you know, because his answer was they've been in politics for over 30 years or 40 years or whatever it is. He goes, of course they have a bunch of friends who were close to them that died. But these people didn't just die. Like, they all died suspiciously. You know, and that's what I'm saying. Because PBD, if he knew a little more, when he said to bring up that guy in the plane crash, he thought that was going to make it all good. I would have brought up the dude in the plane crash. And I would have said, yes, the dude died in a plane crash, but there was evidence that showed he had a hole in the top of his head that was consistent with a gunshot. So what happened? When the plane hit the side of a mountain, that's another thing that's also a little weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? When planes hit sides of mountains, it does. But when it does, I'm always a little leery. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
that's all I'm saying. Like the same thing with Black Mamba. You know what I'm saying? When he died in the helicopter crash, it hit the side of a mountain. You know what I'm saying? Kobe, it hit the side of the mountain and then blew up like a movie. Do you remember when that helicopter crashed in Ravenswood? Were you around back then? Yeah, I think you were there with all of us, right? We had the dogs, right?
Well, did it
helicopter crash?
It crash landed. Right. It managed
emergency landing.
Nothing blew up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like nothing blew up. That was a big explosion. Yeah, but that was a big explosion, dude. Even when helicopters crash, they don't normally blow up.
If they hit really hard, they might.
I don't know, man.
Sometimes cars catch on fire. You know what
Sometimes I mean? They catch on fire, but do they ever hit and go boom?
Like in the movies? No.
No, and that's if you look at the helicopter crash from Kobe, it looked like a movie scene, dude. It hits the side. First of all, it goes out, and then it hits the side, and you just see an explosion.
Well, they have video of it?
Yeah, there's a video of that, man. You never seen it?
No.
Can you find that, Brian?
They have video of Kobe's helicopter blowing up.
Yeah, hitting the side of a mountain. Somebody caught it on a phone or something. While you're looking for that, Richard says, some believe Obama is our behind-the-scenes president now. If Biden gets impeached, they will use Michelle Obama to replace the unpopular Kamala Harris. Big Mike! Big Mike's going to get his time to shine. Can they do that? I don't think they can do that. Can they do that? Doesn't Kamala automatically become... Look at that explosion, dude.
That shit kind of fell from pretty high, man.
So what are you saying? What are you saying about the explosion? You don't think it exploded?
No, it definitely exploded. I'm just saying, don't you think it's a little odd the way that thing hit the floor and just blew up that was a pretty big explosion. How big is the gas tank on that shit, man? Helicopters ain't that big.
I mean, you're talking about force, heat.
Yeah, I think they have different fuel also, man.
Drive a fucking car off that mountain. That shit'll hit, bounce, and I don't. 9 out of 10 times it's not gonna explode.
What are you basing that off of, dog? What do you mean? 9 out of 10 times? 9 out of 10 times. 9 out of 10 times you've seen a car fly off the side of a cliff down into a rock? Like, what are you saying, dude?
All right, let me talk more what I know. 5 out of 4 times.
Yeah, definitely.
Richard says for the upcoming election. Oh, for the upcoming election. Yeah. So you're saying that but if they impeach him, So they just won't back Kamala. Kamala will be the president as this year ends out, and they won't back her. They'll put Michelle in. Okay, that makes sense. King Handel says Obama prefers to let someone else get behind.
Dude, and something we have to get into with Obama too. What about
Big
his
Mike?
chef?
Oh, yeah, his chef was just found dead. Close to his estate. You know, Michelle Balducci says, no, Michelle Obama can't take over. Kamala becomes president if something happens to Biden. Yeah, but with the elections coming up, what he's saying is with the elections coming up, they won't put her in the runnings to be the next president. They'll put someone else in, you know, after they kill Kennedy. Mark actually registered just so he could vote in the primaries.
This one?
Yeah. Mark, he likes Kennedy.
I said I do like Kennedy.
I like Kennedy too. Yeah, I'll probably vote for him.
Do you think they're gonna kill him?
No, but he won't.
Really?
No,
why not?
He won't become. Yeah,
nah, man. It's because it's like you can't. I mean, you can, and they do it. They done it. They did it to his dad, or uncle, or whoever.
His uncle, his dad.
Yeah. All of them.
A couple of like the Clintons die. I mean the fucking
the Kennedys die.
That's what they do. You want to talk about everybody has their thing. Theirs is they die.
So what do you think they play in the global cabal? What is the Kennedys' role? Are they in the mix? Or are they anti-establishment? Like what you know?
I think they're in the mix, but I just don't think they're like as in as they used to be.
Well, then I guess it's also, you know, you're in the mix, but even in the mix, there's bickering, right?
Yeah, of course. Richard says, you start at the bottom again, baby. Richard says air fuel is a bit different beast. No, I agree with that. I know, but that thing, I'm just saying for me personally, and I don't know anything. I just found it odd the way it went down and exploded on impact completely. Like, I don't think there was anything left of that fucking helicopter. That shit plumed up in a mushroom. Bro, 12002 says, New World Order. Cliff Icon says, you guys are crazy. Tell us something we don't know, Cliffy Cliff. Michelle says, oh, gotcha. Sorry, hun. That's okay, man. Sometimes we come in a little slow on the comments. King Handel says, they're in the mix, but seems to be somewhat of a wild card with playing ball. Yeah, like they don't know if I get what you're saying. I think they want to get rid of him. Richard says Kennedy is safe. The deep state is too soft these days. Otherwise, Trump would have been gone.
Well, he's almost.
Well, here's the difference, though, I think. Here's the difference, I think, on that comment. I think that killing Trump and killing Kennedy are two totally different things. Kennedy getting killed is just another Kennedy dead. Trump becomes a martyr. So I think what they're trying to do is just destroy his character.
Right. Yeah, they don't want a martyr.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want him to be a martyr. But with that said, Richard, I do think, and Richard, man, I just want to say it's so good to be kicking it with you, and I'm so glad you come to check out the show. But what I do think is if they can't pull that off, then they will kill him. So I wouldn't put that out yet. Bro 12002 says comedian 100%. Bro 12002 says his time, not ours. True. And they are in the process of assassinating Trump now. That's what I was saying. They're trying to first. They're going to go to break him down and destroy him. But what's happening is people are saying the more you indict him, the more I'm into him. The more you bring up shit about him, the more I'm going to back him, because people see that for what it is. They're trying to make it that he can't run, and people see that. So it's getting to a point where people don't give a fuck what they bring out on him. They don't even trust it anymore. So when all that fails, I think they will just take him out eventually. That's what I think. I could be wrong. That's just one man's opinion. You know, what do you think, Mark? You think they got hardcore assassinations in them nowadays? Like Rich said, they're too soft now.
No, dog, they got him, bro. What?
You think
Well,
they got
just
like
soft.
well, dude,
Too
back in the
soft.
day,
Too soft.
back in the day, they did that shit on live television.
Bro,
They took out the
flipping
president on
people.
live television, and then the very next day took out the dude they said that killed him on live television.
Yeah.
Like, are they gonna do it
But
like
dude,
that?
They
again?
don't
In other
need
words,
to do it that dirty anymore. The thing is, they've gotten smarter. It's not that they've gotten softer; they've gotten smarter about it, dude. Because they can't just whack somebody publicly anymore because there's fucking shit everywhere, bro. They can't
but
do
they
it like
control
that.
the shit.
No, dude, no. It's like the same reason why they don't fight wars on fronts anymore. Is because it's better to fight the technological war and the information war. That's where the stronger play is now.
Dude, they got shit they can shoot in you that makes you look like you had a heart attack.
Yeah, well, dude, that guy, the Iceman, was doing that shit. Just a little fucking cyanide, bro.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna poison him or some shit. Bro, 12002 says the devil's in the details. Always is. Richard says they got them, but they won't use them on our president. Bro says sounds like a legitimized shakedown. Well, we all know that that's what the Bidens do. They shake people down. They got text messages of Hunter shaking down, what was it, a dude from China? I think it was. Shaking him down, saying, I'm sitting here with my pops, man. And we haven't gotten that money
said
yet.
That the Bidens are worth like 50, I think they said 50 million.
And he's been a lifetime.
Right. So they said, where'd he get the money from?
Where'd he get the money? You know what I'm saying? Where did he get all that money? That's the question. And we know where some of it came from because he received 300,000 from, I think, China, if I'm correct, and 150 went to his son, 150 went to him. Right. Which then they said, I think that, the 150 was a purchase of one of his paintings or some shit. I mean, they're clearly crooked. Biden even said it back in the day in one interview where they said to him, you're refreshing in a place with, crooked politicians. And he goes, well, I don't think you should assume that I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
How do they get away? That goes right back to that shit that I said. Like when they say things and they just get away with it.
Well, dude, here's the thing. And this is the thing.
No one says, wait a minute. What did you just say?
They can get away with it, bro, because they have all of the power. They're fixing the system, right? We are under a complete authoritative government control that is run by the capitalists and the globalists. We have absolutely no control of, dog. Zero control, and it's under the mask of democracy, the mask of a three-part branch of legislative democracy.
You kind of ran out of gas toward the end, but that's all right, man. The ramp that's good. I felt like you kind of lost your exit, but then just quickly made a U-turn and found your way off. That's what happens when you fly without a net, Brian.
Dude, there's no different than being under a military dictatorship versus what we have here. It just looks different. The facade is different. That's it.
It's a much nicer facade.
Sure, but the result is the same.
It's better than tanks riding down your street.
Definitely, dog. Definitely. But you know what I have? You know what I have riding down my street? Piles of shit and fucking syringes and bags of fentanyl. That's what's pouring down the streets here. And I love it.
Oh,
free fentanyl, dude. All you gotta do is walk outside.
Pick it up like the day after the 4th of July. Remember the day after the 4th of July, you go out there and pick up all the firecrackers that didn't blow up. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody would light up a mat, and then you go the next day to that block and you find all these ones that didn't blow up. Is that how you catch your? Is like fentanyl like that out there in fucking San Francisco?
Yeah.
I heard San Francisco also. They decided ixnay on the retribution pay.
The reparations. Well,
reparations pay.
I'm sure.
Yeah, they said ixnay on the reparations. They wanted to give everybody a couple of million and buy a house for $1. You know what I'm saying? You get a house for $1. I feel like a wolf could blow it down. You know what I'm saying? A house for $1.
Yeah.
And the thing is, these people don't even know the names, even if they have ancestors that were here during that time. They don't know their names. They don't know. And I never understood somebody else getting money for the next man's fucking struggle. Makes no sense to me. You know, especially because San Francisco never had slaves.
Oh no,
not white ones, or not black ones. I mean,
they never had slaves out there, man.
I mean, they had Chinese and Japanese build the railroads. They were basically slaves.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, they weren't slaves, but they were slaves.
Aren't we all? If you're working for minimum wage, even though what's minimum wage now? Isn't it like $15 an hour?
Depends on what state you're in.
Yeah, like the national. No, it's
413 in New Jersey.
Wait, what?
$14.13.
Oh, 14.
Yeah.
Who could live off of that?
You can't, dude. I mean, you can't. The federal minimum. Federal, yeah, it's $7.25.
Yeah.
$7.25 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, DC 17, Cali's 15.50, Washington's 15.74. Mississippi coming in hot at none.
There's no minimum wage?
Wow.
No, there's none in Tennessee, South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, or Louisiana.
So they can pay whatever the fuck they want.
Shit.
Yeah.
Come work for me for $1 a day. That's crazy. Cliffy Icon says these politicians get money from public speaking and consulting. Payoffs are a worldwide phenomenon. The money they get for speaking, you know, pollution. What is that in reference to?
The dirty air that we're all breathing in.
Listen, I'm not saying that we shouldn't try to make, you know, King Handel says I can have. There were meticulous records kept on slaves.
Oh yeah.
So King Handels, what are you saying? If that money comes out, you want your piece? You ready to go? You got your paperwork in order already? You just waiting for them to okay that shit so you can get that dollar house? You know, listen, I'm sorry, but I feel, and don't get me wrong, a lot of my peoples always get mad at me when I talk about this, but there comes a point where you got to leave the past where it is and understand that we're not like that anymore. Now let's start to move forward. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you go out anywhere, your average people don't have problems with your average person. Your average person doesn't have problems with your average person. You know what I'm saying? Nobody goes in some place and sees black people and goes, I'm getting out of here. Might happen occasionally, depending on where the fuck you live. But in general, that doesn't happen. It's not like this ain't the 60s anymore, man. You know? You gotta just kind of, there comes a point where we go, yeah, shit was fucked up. It's important to remember that. We shouldn't gloss over it. But that, you know, we've come a long way. Mm-hmm. Not there yet, but a long way. You know what I'm saying? And I could say that as a Puerto Rican who's very fair-skinned because I always manage to be on either side of the coin. That's what Puerto Ricans do. We let everybody else do the fighting, and then we just kind of side with the winning side.
So Puerto Ricans always think, bro.
I stay thinking. You know.
Are you thinking right now?
I'm doing it right now, son. Fucking A, man.
I want to watch this skinny Bob alien footage.
What is that? What is that?
We didn't talk about. So the skinny Bob here. I'll bring. This was allegedly a KGB leak. Here I'll get the. Skinny Bob is an alleged videotape containing a gray-like alien. The video first appeared on the internet in early or May 2011. The video became very popular in the UFO community, and it's speculated the footage was a promotion for an upcoming film or TV series. The video has also been presented as like a hoax, but yeah.
And this is in Russia, you said?
Yeah. So somebody just put this up on YouTube, just like randomly posted.
April 13, 2011.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying, man, all the footage is always like this. What year is this from? So what are we looking at? That looks like a blimp. Oh, well, that looks kind of.
This is terrible.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. All the footage looks like that.
Oh, 7 tapes and materials recorded between 1942 and 1969.
Oh, well, it was old. Okay. Due to the point of the video containing. But that's the problem that I have. Look at that. That doesn't look. I mean, I don't know.
Could be an alien.
Yo, I don't know. That shit kind of looks, but like I said, I don't know.
Bro, okay, but you want to look at special effects from the 50s, dude?
Yeah.
And compare it to this?
So maybe this was made in 2010 and
created to look like.
Very true. Very true.
But it looked pretty good.
Look
at that shit. That's pretty wild. I don't think I've seen this.
See, I like the fact that right away Mark gives the, he wants that to be real.
Oh yeah, I do. Absolutely.
Cliffy says it looks fake, man. You look fake, man. I don't know, Cliff. It does look. I mean, it's not great quality, but it was filmed in the 50s. And like you said, though, maybe they made it look older. Maybe they just got that sepia fucking.
You can do a lot in post-production, dude. I make this podcast look great every week.
Why wouldn't the alien wear clothes? Maybe they,
What aliens wears a fucking turtleneck or clothes? Well, maybe they treat them like the monkeys.
Yeah, maybe it's cold.
You know how, like, they put clothes on monkeys? Because maybe we're more intelligent. Or maybe they got more like skills in science, but they're nerds.
Maybe
so we're more stronger.
The sun affects them differently, you know what I mean?
Hold on. Clippy said if it was real, the aliens would have zapped him with advanced weapons. Maybe not, dude. Maybe they're like really nerds. And we're stronger and we're alphas over the aliens.
It's possible.
So my understanding recently that those gray ones like that are actually like they're drones. They're just being sent here. They're manufactured.
Like droids.
Yeah.
Oh, because they know that
a biological droid.
Like a biological droid.
Clone. They're clones. That's why they all look exactly the same.
So they send them down basically because they know there's a good chance they might get dissected.
No.
Or it's just space travel is really difficult and far. And there's the distance and no matter so it's like easier to just send out a probe like we do with these satellites all the time. We send satellites out. It's just a different type of satellite.
So Stephen Buddha says, I saw the guy's hand in the alien's mouth. What video are you watching, dog? Bro says, don't forget Leona Helmsley. Now I know the name, but I don't remember what the hell is up with her. Leona Helmsley.
I remember that.
What was up with her? She said that she got abducted or some shit. I remember the name. Leona Helmsley.
Was an American businesswoman.
Yeah, she owned a hotel or something.
Oh, yeah.
Personality and reputation named her the nickname Queen of Mean.
Yeah, I remember her. So what about her?
During the trial, former housekeeper testified that she had heard Hemsley say, "We don't pay taxes. Only the little people pay taxes."
That's still with her.
Career as a she ran.
She owned the hotels and shit like that.
Huh.
Yeah.
What about her though, bro?
After prison, I don't know. Yeah. But go. Let's see if it says something. You just scrolled right down and gave up.
Well, she had the tax evasion conviction.
Yeah.
Tax evasion.
Yeah, but scroll down, see if there's like anything of after prison. Oh, she went to prison too.
Yeah.
Then you got death, the Queen of Mean, and popular culture. Further reading externally. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that is, bro. Let us know what that means. We always appreciate the last, Michelle. Bro says Biden is an empty suit. I think his whole body is an empty suit. I think we all agree that there's an alien in him, right?
Yeah. I think we all agree on that. I think we've actually figured that out, that is true. So if you come with one fact out of the podcast today, we have discovered that Biden is in fact an alien.
An alien.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Cliffy says aliens can travel between space and time, according to some. These green men are not going out to a human species millions of years behind them.
But what you're also doing, Cliffy, and this is something that I encourage all of our listeners to do, is to stop thinking about time as a linear equation and evolution as a linear equation, right? Just because we progress forward doesn't mean things go down, back up, then this way, and then over here, as far as advancements in civilizations go, technology-wise. Like, look, they built the pyramids 15,000 years ago, right? Zero electricity. That doesn't mean it's not advanced. It's just different advanced. Just not the advanced that you know.
Brian, that one I actually...
right?
Funny. Bro says funny Licata. Steven says the movie Fire in the Sky was one of my favorite alien abduction movies. Brian is hurting my GED brain. Mine too, Michelle.
But you just,
mine too. Yo, Mark, did you graduate from aviation?
No, not from aviation.
No, where'd you graduate from? Did you graduate or did you? Oh, you did. You trashed fire. I remember when you left. That was a sad day, man. But then I was like, fuck, I don't got no peoples out here. That's why I finally got, man, this fucking gnat got the whole house to fucking hang out. It's like this big. The house must be like a universe, but no, it's hanging right here in front of my face till I managed to clap it. I'm gonna clap it. So you got a high school diploma.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I got the GED. And Brian did some college.
So I've dropped out of like 4 or 5 different schools, which I'm very proud of.
He's well-rounded.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I think with all of this stuff going on, we talk a lot about, religion, aliens. Weird.
Yeah.
It's getting weird.
I don't know, man. I think
so
it's so hard to say. You know what
I think they definitely have something to do with each other. I do. I think there's a link.
Is that what it is?
I'm with you, Mark. Man, I think there is. How could we, with how connected we are to everything that's on the planet, how could we not be just as connected as to stuff that's off the planet, right? Like if you believe in outer space and you believe in gravity and its forces and physics as it's accepted now, then the gravitational pull of the water on our planet that creates the tides can be affected by some huge piece of mass that's light years away, and that has a pull, and it all pulls on the gravitational pull on everything, Yeah, Gary doesn't believe in gravity.
I know he doesn't.
It's nuts. It's like, and the funny thing is you can't argue about it because it's like, what am I supposed to say? Like, I don't really know what to say either. This is gravity to me. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I got. That's it. That's it. Look, gravity.
Yeah. But why doesn't your head come right out your asshole? Stephen Buddha says, I dropped out of community college. Well, at least got in there first. Bro says, you lose your elasticity. Still looks like shit. Bro, you got me stumped today, bro. Lauren says, hi. Hi, Lauren. Glad you're with us. And Steven says, I think all the aliens are living deep in our ocean where we can't get to. Well, we spoke about that last time. Like everybody's looking up. Yeah. What if they're actually coming from below?
And let's get back to the Titan sub, dog, where our friends who were on the World Economic Forum and the guy who was on that sub was also a pilot who was responsible for flying to Antarctica, right? Those are the people who died on that Titan sub.
So you think aliens crushed them?
I don't think aliens crushed them. I think where there's smoke, there's fire, dog. You know, it's like it's. I mean, is it coincidental that the guy had? Is it coincidental that one, the Titanic has ties to J.P. Morgan, right, and the global monetary movement, right, and then that this guy who is a pilot in Antarctica, where they do the same, or it's theorized they do the same research as aliens in Antarctica and in the ocean. And then you had another dude who was on the WEF, and they're gone.
But I mean, if you're on that level, yeah. But also, here's the thing: when you're on that level, the people you hang out with are going to be all connected to something.
Because you're all doing dirt, dog. Because you're all doing dirt. It's like when you don't want to say you are who you hang out with. You know, your mom doesn't want you hanging out with the dudes in the gang because you'll be in the gang. You know.
Yeah. But I'm just saying,
if you're friends with guys on the WEF who are visiting Epstein's Island, or you tell me you didn't go down there, or you just no, it's something all my buddies like to go down there and travel to the Bahamas for vacation. You know, I don't usually rock with them though.
Here's what I just found out. Did you know that Epstein had that painting of Clinton in a dress hanging in his house? And Clinton had been there 26 times on the logs.
We saw it. Yeah.
For sure. And he's got a painting of Clinton, the president of the United States, in a dress.
Hanging on his wall.
Hanging on his wall.
That's pretty wild.
Dude, that is fucking wild. Look at that shit. Look at that shit, yo.
Did he pose for the picture?
I mean, it looks like they kind of just painted it, you know?
Okay.
But we can't see the head, man? Why are you scrolling? There you go. I want to see the picture. Look at that fucking picture. Yo, that's insane. You don't think that's insane? The dude went to that place.
He looks a lot like Hillary right here. I'm not going to lie, dog.
It looks like Hillary's body. You know? That's crazy, man. I'm surprised there hasn't been. I got to keep it real. Like, you figure Hillary got to have a lot more shit in a closet, right? And you figure like nothing really, like she hasn't had no real, other than like the big, like she's had big shit, but like no small shit coming out. You understand what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I would expect to hear things of her being a lesbian and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I would expect like a lot of that shit to be out there because, you know, why else would she put up with Clinton doing what he did? Well, I mean, no, actually they say she tortures little children and drinks their blood. So, okay, never mind. I take that back. King Handel says that, Gary, you a flat earther as well? What's the answer to that? Brian, Mark, help him out. Am I a flat earther?
He's a round earth skeptic.
Thank you. I am a round earth skeptic. Michelle Badushi says, wasn't that the blue dress that Monica gave him a blowjob?
Yeah.
Got him busted.
Yep. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. And it was actually, I'm looking into it now, that it was a student. Here, I'll pull this article up. It's kind of interesting.
Is there a stain on the dress?
No.
That'd be crazy if there was a stain on the dress, dog. I mean, it's crazy enough.
Yeah, so she sold it at a charity auction. Yeah, and it got sold to her.
Oh my God, the fact that they were even selling that at a charity auction, and Epstein bought it and hung it in his house that Clinton visited at least 26 times.
Like the most expensive single family house in Manhattan that was given to him. How come the Lincolns be shit like that?
Yeah, right.
I don't take video of them with underage girls.
Bro, the dude had framed eyeballs in his house. I'm looking through. In 2003, Epstein allowed a reporter from Vanity Fair, and she said that it was high-walled, eclectic, imperious fantasy that seemed to have no boundaries. The entrance hallway, as noted by Ward, featured row upon row of individually framed eyeballs. Epstein reportedly told Ward that they're made for injured soldiers and imported from England. He had a giant sculpture of a naked African warrior, a stuffed black poodle on top of the piano, prosthetic breasts in the master bedroom, a trophy room with a stuffed giraffe, a stuffed tiger in another room, a painted mural of himself in prison.
Scroll down. Oh, I thought that was the painting.
A peculiarly adored chandelier, a chessboard with each piece modeled after one of his staffers. That's fucking weird.
Whoa, everything is weird and tacky. And pictures of powerful people.
Yeah, Woody Allen, Bill Clinton. He would call it. Following Epstein's death, the New York Times' James B. Stewart described in an interview that he conducted with Epstein, as he made his way through the home, he recalled seeing photos of Epstein with powerful people, including Bill Clinton, director Woody Allen. Displaying photos of celebrities who had been caught up in sex scandals of their own also struck me as odd. He also had a picture of Mohammed bin Salman, the crown prince of Saudi Arabia.
And what did he do for a living? People still don't know. What was the painting?
Bill Clinton. Yeah.
Yeah, that not only does that sound weird, it sounds tacky. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it that rich criminals have no sense of style? You know what I'm saying? Like when you watch mob movies, right? Like back in the day, and they had like these big ass houses, then you went in them. They were so fucking tacky. You know what I'm saying? Like that's tacky.
Like the coke house that they had in Goodfellas, like the coke place. Yeah, it's gaudy.
Everything's like imported from here, imported from there. Yeah, it's all expensive, but it all
doesn't
looks
good.
like shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like a stuffed giraffe. Who the fuck? But first of all, you know how high his ceilings have to be,
right? Yeah.
In Manhattan, dog.
I wonder if it was a whole giraffe, though.
I'm sure it was, bro. I mean, dude, did you see the place he had? The brownstone?
I've never seen it. I've seen the outside.
It was lit, dude. We used to fucking throw down at that spot, bro. Best party house on the planet, no doubt.
What, back when he was diddling you?
Yeah.
Dude, a stuffed first of all, that's some high ceilings. But secondly, a stuffed fucking giraffe and a stuffed lion or tiger, whatever the fuck it was. That shit. And if I walk into someone's house and they got a stuffed giraffe and a stuffed, come on, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
wouldn't have one.
That's a twisted individual. You know what I'm saying? Bro says, unless they want you to be the fall guy, then you got to die sooner rather than later. And then bro said his ex-wife is down with the Clinton machine. Oh, you're talking about Weiner, right? Yeah, his ex-wife is down with the Clinton machine. She was very tied with him, you know. And then they were saying that the reason why he's still alive is because, you know, he has a dead man switch, which I hear a lot of talk about that, the dead man switch. And I would believe that Epstein had a dead man switch, which leads me to believe they didn't kill him, but they faked his suicide and he's still alive somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe he had a dead. Why wouldn't he have a dead man switch? He had cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
Not to mention they said they have videos of shit too, man. And we're never going to know who's on that flight log. They're never going to say it. That's insane how they just haven't released that. That's insane how people, you talk about protesting. Everybody's protesting against each other. Why isn't there hordes of people demanding to see that fucking flight log? Hordes of people just saying, we want to see that fucking flight log. Hordes of people that want to know what the fuck is up with all these suspicious deaths around the fucking Clitons. The Clitons. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just seems weird that seems weird that the alien shit went on and no one gave a fuck. It's like, if like the government's talking about aliens. I don't necessarily, you know, I'm in the middle. I don't know. But I do find that fucking interesting that we're at a point in life where they're actually talking about aliens on national television.
In the fucking government.
In the government, not like a new movie coming out.
And it's chill, bro. And it's chill.
Right.
It's chill.
Nobody's freaking out.
Nobody's bugging, dude.
So Grush also said, they asked him if anybody has been harmed in these programs. He said that people have been murdered.
Of course, dude.
Of course.
Of course.
Okay, but he just told Congress that there are programs in the United States that have murdered people to hide this alien technology.
Yeah. And they were like, and
what
else?
Okay. So could you tell us? Yeah, I can tell you behind the scenes, you know.
I heard one dude say the other day, I forgot what podcast I was watching. I think it was on the PBD podcast, but it wasn't him. It was somebody he had on. He said, it's amazing how people don't think that people in the government would kill people to keep power. When, like, you read in the Bible about King David, who was a man of God, and he killed to keep power. You know what I'm saying? Because he got Bathsheba pregnant and then set up the husband to get killed so that they wouldn't know, you know, it was his baby. You know what I'm saying? He bought the husband back to cover it up, because he bought the husband back so that the husband would fuck the wife and they could say that that was her baby. But the husband was loyal to his troops. So he's like, there's no way I can have sex with my wife when my brothers are out there dying. So he slept on the floor. And when David heard that shit, he set him up to get killed. He said, put him in the front. And when the war starts, pull everybody back and leave him there. So, you know, I mean, if you believe in the Bible and you believe that King David existed and that that's a true story of King David, then yeah, I do, you know. But whether it's real or not is still irrelevant, because it's the story that's in the Bible about, like, you know, the word of God, and they're showing that men of God do that shit. So why wouldn't they do that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do people trust? I don't even understand how people trust the government at all nowadays. At all. I mean, I guess you gotta believe, right, in some sort of sense. Otherwise, then what do you do?
Well, you got to believe that, hopefully, that you're paying, well, if you have a job and you're paying taxes, that they're doing something with that, right? But they're not. You know what I mean? I give like
they're not.
That's my type of cause to depression.
They're literally not. And it's so funny, dude. After moving out to San Francisco, being in one of the most liberal cities out there that does, on paper, everything that they should for homeless, drug addicts, and all that stuff.
Yeah,
the city is
blocks.
Fucked, bro.
Beautiful blocks to
it
sleep
is
on.
Fucked. Completely fucked. It's crazy, dude. The homeless situation is it's nuts out here. I've seen fires started in the middle of the day, dude. Just going to Walgreens, right?
Crazy.
I've had to yell at dudes on the street to get the fuck away from me.
Really?
Broad daylight, dude. People get, oh my god, bro. We didn't even. We got. This is how crazy it is. I got to bring something back that I had sent to you guys. This is a little bit of a callback. A couple days ago, I'm just scrolling the news in San Francisco. I'm like, man, you know what's going on? It's
I'm worried about you, Brian.
It's been a little wild. You know, there haven't. It's just you know, it's a wild time. It's a wild time in San Francisco. So this happens. You know, maybe just a couple days ago.
Oh yeah.
It's better with the sound.
It's on. It's on.
Oh, all right.
You'll hear it.
Crazy.
Could I say something? Could I say something? No explosion. No explosion.
Okay. So this car, right? Now the story starts.
If that was a movie, that would have exploded.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No explosion.
Or if Kobe was in there.
If Kobe was in there, yes, they would have exploded. See what I'm saying? No explosion. Stephen Buddha says, I rely on the government to kill me slowly, but protect me from getting killed by another country.
You love Oreos. They're doing it. The government's poisoning you, dog.
I like Oreos too.
They're poisoning you with your food. They're banned in the EU, bro.
Yo, and I saw something where like there's all symbols.
A whole box.
Yes, yeah. And I saw this thing where there's symbols all in the artwork of the Oreo. But guess what?
Really?
I still buy it.
Yeah, me too.
Listen, some evil people make some good shit.
San Francisco carjacking suspects released. Charges dropped for now.
Well, I mean, they almost hurt themselves.
Yeah.
Read the article. Why did they drop it? Why did they drop it?
Yeah, and I gotta say, if anybody wants to see some crazy language in articles, just read anything that's getting pumped out of San Francisco, dude. The shit that these people write is nuts.
Let's hear this. Let's hear this reporting.
The suspect arrested in connection with the San Francisco carjacking that went viral after being caught on video has been released from jail, with charges against him dropped. The DA office confirmed. The DA's office in Jennifer Bonham said Jennifer Bonham and Kevin Nelson, both of San Francisco, had been released pending further investigation and witness unavailability.
What more? They were in a car that was stolen and drove off a fucking cliff.
With video evidence, dog.
What more evidence do you need? Were they the ones in the car? Yeah. Okay, they stole it. What do you think? From the moment it got stolen, those dudes gave the car to someone and then they just happened to drive off a cliff?
Police said officers arrested both suspects on Tuesday on Pine and Larkin, on Pine Street between Larkin and Hyde and Nob Hill, which is 6 blocks away from here.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. San Francisco court filings show Bonham was released from parole for a prior felony offense on March 2nd. She was banned from contacting Nelson as a condition of her release. Police initially.
Now, wait a minute. Isn't that alone a reason to keep her locked up?
Yes. Yeah. Violating her parole. A man who said he owned the car then approached police as they arrived on the scene and told officers he had been carjacked at 19th and Dolores by multiple suspects who also injured him. The DA office has the option to refile the charges against the suspects at a later date. We understand the investigation is ongoing. Eyewitnesses and people with information and video evidence are encouraged to contact SFPD.
So they got the dude whose car got stolen saying it was them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, people.
Now, here's the next headline coming hot out of San Francisco. Amid San Francisco's struggle to crack down on drug markets, a scandal in its police department is forcing Bay Area prosecutors to dismiss dozens of drug cases. Veteran narcotics officer Christina Hayes is being investigated for an alleged inappropriate relationship with a CI, which is San Francisco's public defender's office says it compromises the integrity of her work and makes her an unreliable witness. So the narcotics officer was fucking her CIs. And now they got to throw away a whole bunch of drug cases in the city.
See what happens when women start acting like men? That's man shit right there. You know what I'm saying? That's some stupid shit that a dude does. He fucks his female CI. Now we got chicks acting like dudes, and this chick is fucking a CI. Obviously, a person that's beneath her. You understand what I'm saying? The fact that he's a CI, he's beneath her. She's at a higher level than that dude. Michelle says every day on Instagram shows a new flavor of Oreo. I thought of you, Buddha. I saw this thing the other day about Oreos, how like there's all these symbolisms in the artwork and shit, man. And I was like, really? Oreo 2? Et tu Oreo? You know what I'm saying? But it's a good fucking cookie. I was wishing it was Chips Ahoy because they're not the same anymore. He says if you dunk it in milk, it cleans the toxins off your cookies. But then you drink the milk.
Yeah, it's true.
They're getting you either way, Buddha. There's no way around it, man. You know, there's no way around it. Mark, what are you getting into, man? You go back to work tomorrow?
No, Monday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Scroll up. Oh, the dog. No, go to that. The dog shoots about Oreos.
I was trying to get to the video.
Oh.
No, don't care about them goddamn conspiracy theories. So we don't like goddamn evil shit going on with the Oreos and the shit and the design and the Oreos. And I ain't gonna even lie, y'all. I got a pack of Oreos over here right now. They not lying. Like it's some evil shit going on with them, bro. Like this shit satanic as fuck. Like it's the devil ass cookie, bro. For real. Like, what they trying to say, bro? For real. Like this shit crazy, bro. I never eat another Oreo in my life, bro. Shit crazy here.
First of all, that was a whole lot of nothing.
I love her though. I love her, dude. I want to see what else she goes in on.
She's very convincing.
Yeah.
She gives a really convincing argument. You know what I'm saying? She ain't never even like I said, the thing I saw was a little better than hers, but she was pointing out all the things. It has like the Osiris circle in there.
That's it, really?
It has, yeah, man. Hold on, let me get my Oreo. Hold on a second.
Oh, you got Oreos. Oreos don't last, brother. If I bring Oreos in my house, they are done.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Through this book and I see an Oreo, and my high hungry ass is like, that looks good, but hold on, wait, what? There's no way the Leviathan cross.
Oh, it's the Leviathan cross. That's what it is.
Yeah.
The Leviathan
yes,
cross.
it is. What?
Wow.
All right, so I guess Leviathan likes Oreos. These are now Leviathan's favorite cookie.
The Leviathan cross. That's all it is. Yeah, I don't know, man. They're still good cookies, yo. What do you want from me? They're fucking good.
Richard says this guy, Bill Cooper, speaks on aliens and the JFK assassination. Leaving a link. I have also found a bunch of old Bill Cooper videos on Instagram.
Yeah. I read his book, man.
Mm-hmm. He's good.
Yo, man, to be fucking Kennedy right now, running against people that fucking hate you, knowing that they be killing your family.
And bro,
like
they're
it
not
ain't
giving
no
him.
thing.
They're not giving him Secret Service either. They denied him. He asked for it. He asked for Secret Service protection during the campaign, and the Biden administration said, "You're beat, dog."
So the law is you don't get Secret Service until 120 days from election day. And they fought back, and they said that they gave Secret Service to Obama about this time and during the election process. So
It's racist. It's racist
against Irish.
Well, that's just to say they thought someone was definitely going to kill Obama.
Right. There was probably a lot of threats. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would think. You know, that's crazy, dude. But I'm just saying, do you think he's like scared? Has anybody asked him? You watch him a lot. Has anybody?
I think
said
somebody
he's scared?
did. Yeah.
I've been emailing him, dude. I can't get him on.
No.
We're trying to get him on our show, dude.
Right.
We're trying to get him on our show because we think he wants to be seen. You know.
Oh, he's on. Yeah, he was on some show.
He's on everything.
They were sitting in barber chairs. It was a podcast. I don't know. I never saw it before.
Yeah, remind him when you reach out to him that he doesn't even have to leave the comfort of his home. He can stay in the safety of his home. I just wouldn't be surprised, man, if they pop him.
Nah, maybe not. I think they have other means at this point.
No, I would think it would be a statement. You know what I'm saying? More like a statement. Pop him just to let all those other Kennedys know. Don't be pulling this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't pull this shit. Michelle says you can tell Gary has no fat tendencies because he just ate just one Oreo. Oh no! Listen, I can't sit here and munch on them, but I sit there, eat a row. That's what I eat in a sitting. So nice. A pack lasts me for three sittings.
Yeah, that's about right. Same.
I eat the whole row. I eat very like bad and fattening and all that stuff. I just, you know what it is? I move a lot. You know, and I don't know what's a quick metabolism. Like, what does that entail?
Yeah.
Stimulants.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I move a lot. I try to walk whenever I can. I try to use the steps whenever I can. I don't, try to drive everywhere. I'm walking in New York next week.
When are you leaving?
Tomorrow.
By the way, Mark, we're on Twitter, and we're on X, the new name for Twitter, which is probably some sort of satanic or Freemason meaning.
They already did that. They already showed that how it's the Masonic thing reversed.
And he's also tried to change all of his companies to X. PayPal was actually called X when it first started.
Right. Yeah.
So what's up with him, yo? He's definitely connected.
Think?
He's down with deep state, dog. You don't think so?
I mean,
he's like a Mason or some shit, right?
He's got to be a Mason, dude. His father...
he's autistic.
What the hell does that mean?
He's autistic.
He's not autistic. I don't think
he's autistic. That's what you would say.
I don't think he's autistic. I think
he has something.
Asperger's.
Yes, he has Asperger's.
That's a horrible name.
Johnny
Asperger's.
Asperger.
It sounds like a fast food joint. Welcome to Asperger's. Can we take your order? He's definitely connected, dude. But yeah, we're on there, dude.
Nice. I gotta follow you. What do you want?
We're officially on Twitter. Give the information, Brian.
Yeah, it's at Rated G Podcast.
Okay.
At Rated G Podcast on Twitter. So we took your advice. We're finally on that.
We're looking for a volunteer to manage the Twitter account. If anybody's looking to do that for the show.
If anybody's looking to join the team.
This is us.
Look at that, man. That's hot, man. That's good news.
Can you stream? You can stream this.
Can we stream live on Twitter?
Yeah, we're doing it. We've been doing the whole show live on Twitter. Yeah.
There you go.
We've been live on Rumble.
Big up to Rumble.
Yeah,
and all our followers on Rumble and Rockfin, man. Big up to all of y'all. We appreciate every ear that fucking stops in, even if it's just for a minute, man. And everyone who comments. And if you haven't yet, hit the like, subscribe, and all that other good shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You know who wasn't here today, man? We didn't get no Kev today, man.
I know.
No Kev today. And no, so we give a shout out to Kev. We miss you.
And Traveling Runner.
No Traveling Runner. Big up to you. And also our boy, Self.
Self hasn't been around a lot recently.
He was here last week, wasn't he?
Not sure.
I think he came on late. Well, big up to you guys, man. We hope everything's good, man. We hope your weekend is rocking, as well as everybody who came in and spent some of your time on a Saturday to come hang with us, man. We appreciate you guys. If you want to follow Brian, check out Brian T. Licata on Instagram. Follow me at Gary G. Garcia on Instagram and Facebook. Mark doesn't want to be followed, but he's been on our show 3 times. So if you want to see some more of him, go back and check out some of our shows with him. What's up, Mark? Am I coming to chill with you on Monday? You still gonna put up on Monday?
I should be able to.
I try to give you a break every now and then. You know what I'm saying, man? Cliffy says, great show, guys. See you next time. Yeah, man, Cliffy, we love that you keep coming back. Richard, it means a lot that you're on the show with us, man. I appreciate you. Mark, don't leave yet when we hang out. We say goodbye properly, man. Also, if you want to see where I'm at, go to acjokes.com and see my schedule over there. Every Monday, I'm in New York City.
Monday was good, man. It was a good show.
That was a good show Monday, right? Yeah. I was telling him I purposely try to do like a real tight set to let you know that I had that in me.
You know what it looked like? It looked like you went out there purposely to be funny, and you were.
Well, like I said, I went because we had the conversation where you were like, dude, you still got to get it like where it's tight. That's why you got to write it and record it. And I was like, well, no, when I play it,
motherfucker, check this out.
So I kind of had that in my head. Like, yeah, all right, let me show him I got a tight set, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me show him I can do something tight. It was fun. It was fun. Big up to everybody comes out. That's the Not Quite Tuesday midnight show every Monday at the Grizzly Pear on McDougal and off Bleecker. Come check us out there. And I got some gigs coming up. So if you follow me, you'll see where those gigs are coming up, man. And other than that, man, thanks for hanging out with us. That's another episode of Rated G. And also, man, if you looking to do something this weekend, it's supposed to start raining and shit, go grab yourself a XXX Playground board game. All right? Roll that dice and get fist deep into someone you love today. All right? Up to 6 players, man. You can't go wrong. And if you want to support the podcast, do not forget to go to anditwasgood.net/shop and grab yourself a Rated G mug with my quote on the back. It's my ignorance that makes me adorable. No truer words have ever been spoken. I love you guys, man. Mark, thanks for coming on. And guys, peace. We'll see you again next time.